Good evening. Welcome to another podcast of Brewskis or the Broskis with me, Broski Steve, and him, Brewski Marty, by the looks of it.
Chief for that lovely.
I don't know what a Brewski is like. So you're the beer, are you?
I'm the Brewski. Oh, yeah, I'm the beer.
So you should be Broski Marty and that Broski Steve, because with Broskis, you donut.
I'm the Brewski. I'm the sweet one.
Right, so let's get back to it. The date today is the 5th of March, and this is episode 5 or 6, is it?
Episode 7, big dog.
Fucking 7 weeks we've been gone.
Episode 7.
Jesus. Doesn't time fly when you're in lockdown?
Or when you're drinking beer.
I'll tell you what, right? I'm not going to lie to you. Every Saturday morning I wake up with a bit of a headache.
I'm not going to lie, I have as well. Like, especially if even worse when I'm in work on the Saturday as well. And I'm sitting there trying to edit a podcast so I can get it put on. I'm not editing, just trying to upload it, get the YouTube loaded. And I've got like people nagging into me logo while at work. I'm like, why?
I like every weekend I wake up and I'm like, got a bit of a headache. And I think to myself, I weren't that drunk the night before. It's funny, I look back and I'm thinking to myself, now I listen to lots of podcasts. I'm like, yeah, I was steaming by the end of it.
I know, but like, we don't hear it as much like when we're in it, so it's not, doesn't sound that bad, but like when you listen to it back, it's like, oh, it won't be at the end there. Hanging on.
Somebody went to us a message and saying, oh yeah, it's really good, the podcast, I love it. And they said, the last hour is the best because you and Marty just start getting drunker and drunker. And it does become unfiltered. Like,
well, I think that's probably the good word to use. Like I said, that's what we are changing the name to now. We just had this conversation just became on there because, like I said, we have Brewskis with the Broskis on Insta where it's our IGTV where we review the beer. But then again, when we come and do the podcast, we'll have the beer, we'll have a guest, and then we'll just chat shite, really, basically, after we've had a good laugh. And that's why I want people to know that fact that it's not a scripted thing. Ours has always been off the cusp, and that's what we've been from the get-go. We've been so original to the point where we just do it. It's like we're winging the full thing. We've won Brewskis.
We're like Spider-Man when we're off the cuff.
That's it. So many webs all over the place.
Like we didn't help ourselves. Like tonight we're drinking already. I've had a whiskey and a Coke. Normally I'm off on a Friday when we're doing this, so I have a couple of Coronas during the afternoon and that.
Yeah.
So before we even get on the podcast, I'm normally about 5 or 6 beers deep.
That's it. Yeah. I think we've started early now because we were obviously supposed to have our friend Leon as well, but obviously family matters has kicked in places, so he's got his family night sorted, which is understandable. I said last week.
But Lee, it's strike two.
Strike two. Like I said last week when I was trying to get the kids' tea sorted, like I appreciate that the fact that I was trying to podcast and try to get to sort, but the kids needed sorted, so obviously the will come first, but that best not happen again because they've got outside and fend for themselves.
What they get now, chicken nuggets and chips from the oven on a Friday night.
But he's a catapult. Go and find yourself a bird because that's what you've got now.
Imagine though he'd done that and Ollie came in with like a fucking peregrine falcon or something.
Like an eagle or something. I was like, where have you found that? Well, I was aiming for the pigeon.
An ostrich out on his shoulder.
On a saddle, riding it in. But yeah.
I've got tonight's tea.
I've got the tea for the next week. But
talk about ostrich. Have you had
ostrich? I've not had it, me. I've not had it, so I don't know what it's like. But
it's beautiful, mate.
I just want to obviously say that just obviously while we're chatting and obviously we're at the start, Brewskis at 9:15, so the next like 5 minutes. But I just want to get this out of the way first of all. I just want obviously to let people know that we're all on all the platforms now. So we are on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music.
Android.
We're not talking about Android. We're not on Android if you want to listen to through Spotify or Amazon Music. But that is the only way you listen to it on Android because Earcast are being arsehole, so I don't want to never speak to them again. But again, if you listen to our podcast, like I said, on any platforms, or if you watch it on YouTube, where you see the vlog of it as well, we'd appreciate if you do drop us a comment, drop us a subscribe.
Has someone just turned you a light off?
Please. Yeah, I did turn the light off. Not this light. We'll shut that door then. One of these days, these videos will be perfect.
Not in your house, it wouldn't. Maybe
No,
when we bought it.
No, I'll tell you when it'll
When
be.
you're over mine on a Friday night and we sat on the deck and doing one, that's
When
when
it'll be a
it'll
good
be
podcast.
perfect.
When Christine will be on night shift and the kids are at my mum's on the Friday, so I just have the full house. I'm
No,
praying
you'll
for
be
that.
on the deck and mate. We'll be
Praying
doing
for
a
that day.
live one on the deck and we'll have the pizza oven on the go.
Oh, what a deal. What a deal.
Oh, mate, I'm thinking for tomorrow, our kids coming out and sitting outside, obviously. And I'm thinking about, listen to this one. I'm making a prosciutto and spinach storm baked pizza. Does that sound with mozzarella?
That sounds good. That sounds good. One second. Are you sitting down? Christina, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Like, oh, I just want you gonna turn that light off and everyone's gonna see you've left the kitchen light on.
Well, I think they've turned that light off because you've got them like a red colour.
Turn the living room light off and left this backlight on here, which now I'm like might need to turn my ring light back on. I might need to turn that light back on.
You can't, eh, mate? You look like the devil.
I'm not like I'm on Planet Mars or something now. I'll turn this one off here. Oh, actually,
mate, that looks a lot better.
Shut all these doors now then. Tell you what, people are born in fields. Born in fields in this house.
Tell you what, right? I made them doors the other day, right? And I got someone messages how I make them, wanted to know how I'd done it.
How's that, Tommy?
You know, I made the doors the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I put them on Brewskis and I also put them on my own Instagram story.
Mm-hmm. I do look good. The doors and some way that's how to make them.
That's just how I make them. And she lands, I make my own pizzas every week. I haven't got a fancy oven like you. I just put mine in the normal oven, but she's going to send us a couple of pictures. She started following us, M's Fleur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Known her for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we're in a group together on Facebook. Something I'm not going to tell you. Sesh Club it was called, right?
Back in the noughties.
Back in the Aisha's like messaging. She's like, "How do you make them?" She pretty much made them the same as me, but she say I used to be a assistant manager in a pizza shop, so I know how to slap the dough properly to make it like good.
Get up there.
Well, no, mate. When you slap it right, you slap it into your hand, but then you pull the dough up your arm. So you go on like so. It's like that motion. So you're pulling dough to spread it out evenly.
Cool.
I can also do the throw in the air, but it would have fucking landed on the roof.
Hanging on your fucking dining room light.
Mate, in the summer when you're out with barbecues on, pizza rooms on the go, the kids will get one about that big mean. Yeah.
That's because I'm having the rest of there though.
Yeah, but I'm making some more tomorrow, so I'll put them ones on. Hopefully, it'll turn out a bit better. I'll be honest with you, I didn't have cornmeal and it just the peeler just because dough's quite sticky, it just stuck to it, so I couldn't really get it off the first one. Literally, the outside was all done, and the middle was just like in the middle, like. So I went all around the outside, and then we made two little ones to the on. But I put a little bit of oil on the peel to get in and out, and it worked a little bit better. But it burns the bottom of the door because it's got oil on it on the stone. So I'm finally getting some cornmeal on Amazon. So tomorrow's hopefully it'll just slide in and on off the peel. So tomorrow hopefully. You'll get some nice 10 to 12-inch pizzas on the.
I knew you'd ordered some because when I was in Sainsbury's last night. Obviously, I've seen it there as well. I had a look. I was going to buy them, but I'm thinking, I'm sure he said he's already bought.
Was it cornmeal or corn flour you saw?
Cornmeal.
See, I was in Asden. I couldn't find it anywhere. They had corn flour, but corn flour is like a flour, but the meal's like a grainy.
Green, yeah, it was a green. Yeah. I seen it. I was like, I'm sure he's already bought some, so I never bought any, but. I think when I was in Sainsbury's, it was in the part of the world section. It was.
That's it. When I got in, I said, I went, look, I think it was in the part of the world, but you didn't really look at that bit, do you? I thought the cornmeal was going to be with the flour stuff, you know what I mean? So I just bought, mate, it's It's about a 2 kilogram bag. It's about a year big for fibre.
Mhm.
On Amazon, I went, that'll do us for a few years.
I love that. Definitely. Coolio.
Well, mate, I'm making my own pizzas every Saturday now because I'm not going to be buying takeaways.
I've got a takeaway tonight. Like I said, just before I was in here, supposed to finish work at 8 o'clock, so I ordered for 8 o'clock delivery. Turned up at, I don't know, about 8 o'clock actually, but I didn't get off the phone until 7 minutes past it, or scanned a few bits in that. I've left a bit in the bank for later on, so when I get off here, get there.
When playing FIFA.
That's it. FIFA, pizza, and beers. What a night after.
Right, I'm just getting an alert that Brewskis or Broskis is starting.
Yes.
By the looks of it.
Has it?
I thought I didn't know. I thought I was here.
Brewskis the Broskis Mark II on Insta.
Someone's stealing it from us. We've got to get that shit locked down.
Cool. Do you want to load this in or what? Or should I do it all?
You do it. I've got more followers, so more people watch when I'm the guest.
Right, you're then. So I'm just going to get this loaded in now. So we'll go Instagram live. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh, that's the layout. Jesus Christ. How many of these beers have I had already? I'm not going to be able to turn this there recording off afterwards. So there's live on the bottom. When this actually loads in. There we go on. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to mute this volume here and then I'll hear it all through this there. Cool.
You still record when you mute it on here?
What did you say? Sorry, I went mute.
Does it still record while your voice when it's on mute?
Yeah, because it's just me. It's me laptop's volume that's on mute, not the microphone.
Well, anyway, I've got these headphones on, so I just put them down.
That's why I've got headphones in for my phone, so I can obviously get the Instagram through that. But I just turn my volume down this, and I know the camera picks it all up in the microphone, so just go from there.
Sound
cool. What is going on, guys? Thanks very much for tuning in to another episode of Brewskis the Broskis. My name's Marty, one half of B-Brewers Food, as you guys already know. Tonight, we have a couple of beers for yourself to show. We are waiting just for Steve to tune in. Once Steve tunes in, we'll get this video rocking for you as well. How is everybody doing this week there? How's the week been for you? What did you all think of Boris's roadmap that he planned out? I think that was last week now. I don't know if we touched on that last week there. It was felt like it was quite a rush video for you last week as well. So I can only apologise about that. And the fact that I was trying to get the kids' tea and stuff sorted there, that just took over everything, which is an absolute nightmare. But I can still see Steve nodding away as well. And he has just requested joining. So we'll get him in. Once he gets in, then we'll jump in there. We'll just talk a little bit first of all there. He's just joined in there. Also already got a few followers joined in there. Margaret Ward has joined in, Eddie Jensen joined in, Nat's joined in. Evening, Steve.
I tell you what, you might join in after you got the tongue lashing last week.
Oh, 100%. Well, after me, Mark, give it all a big and saying why did not get on the video for, and then the fact that she was not even in the week after. I was like, well, what are you doing, man? You need to get in there.
Parley G's joining. We'll get Parley G on one week.
Yeah, definitely be nice to guest on there as well.
Yeah, we'll have to have a bottle of wine when Paul's on though.
I don't mind that as well. I'll do the wine with Paul. You can just do anything you want to do there. You can get the vodka out or something.
Yes,
he loves it.
Sounds about right.
Evening all. Thanks very much for joining straight away as well. We appreciate that there. Like I was just saying there, Stephen, you probably said that. We've got, I think, one beer to do on here, or we might even get both of them knocked in.
Depends on how quick we are.
That's it, yeah. Well, we've already got half a beer left from when we were just chatting just before we came live here as well. Yeah. I was going to say, when I said half, I didn't mean half, but, we've got some left. But yeah, we have a little bit left. That was a full can like 5 minutes ago. We did have two guests planned for this evening, but obviously was just in there on the podcast before we came live with Insta. One of our guests, Lee, obviously got some family plans, so he's on strike too now, as we were saying there, one and Steve. But yeah, family comes first as well there. Which is good.
Someone, Nafali Lenning Photography,
Yeah, it's not Ed's missus, Natalie.
Oh, hello, Ed. Hello, Ed's missus. She's saying we have an echo.
I don't hear it. I don't know what it's on. I can hear me through yours, but I'm not too sure.
You shouldn't be able to hear me through me because I've got my headphones in now.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but something's not happening. Something's not happening quite right. We're just going to have to just put up with it, I think, so I don't think there's much we can do about it there.
I'll tell you what, I'll put my headphones on mute just in case.
Yeah. See what's going on there.
She was listening to the same room as Ed. It was her head, not ours.
Oh, my God. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, Natalie, that is absolutely amazing.
Ian Martins are me.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I can't wait to speak to Natalie and Ed after this about that. That is absolutely classic. Well, I appreciate you both joining as well, so I really do appreciate that there. It's all good there. So Natalie was definitely your end. Both of you having two phones playing. Eddie's increases laughing there. Natalie's laughing at her. Fantastic. But
Eddie's joined the food game, has he?
Well, he did start. He started one because of us. He said, "Look, I like what you guys are doing, so I'm going to start." Obviously, he cooks food for him and that, and he said, "Look, whatever I've got left, I'm going to cook extra and just sell it around the doors and stuff, like €5-6 like a tray and stuff." And he did start making some food, and then he said, "Look, I'm just going to put it on the back burner for now." But it's something that he is, I'd imagine, going to start carrying doing again.
On one weekend.
I said, "Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention to you, but he's talking to us. I was talking to him the other day. And he's going to send us some Dutch beers over. Like he said, he was asking what the cost for the shipment was. Like,
not Amstel, is it?
God, Amstel is so heavy. I cannot do Amstel. Like, it's nice when you have one pint of it, but when you go, like your dad loves it.
I like Amstel, but it's a situational drink. If I'm in a pub, I can drink Amstel. However, if we go back to the warm summer's day with the Broskis,
yeah,
then it's not a warm summer. It's a kind of it's a heavy.
It's a pub drink.
Lager.
It's a pub drink.
Yeah.
It's a pub drink. Yeah. And there's Nat saying as well that he's not making food anymore, so she must be raging. But I'm not a nice food. Imagine that, having your nice little cook making you all this food all the time, and then just stopping it there. Absolutely furious.
Well, the big news is I've got a pizza oven now, so
that's it. Well,
game over for any other food, people.
When you put it in the group the other day, you obviously put the group with the lads on footy, and was a chill up tasty and B Brothers food stepping up, and you're like, not B Brothers purchase, this is my purchase.
It's a Steve purchase, not a B Brothers food purchase.
And when you put on the page like later on the day, and I think, get that fucking photo off it. It's not a B Brothers purchase, remember? Get off here.
I think I did the first attempt.
You did, really did. It looked good. Like I said, like we spoke earlier, the cornmeal will help it make it a lot better, like just sliding. But yeah.
Just think in the summer, the Declan barbecue on the go, all-line party. I put it in the all-line chat of the American football team, and they're like, could you have all-line party, pizza party at yours? I was like, have you seen the Carl Pilkington thing where he's like, how much you spend? How much? $2.5 grand. $2.5 grand?
On the buttocks.
That was me. If I host an all-line party, the amount of food that I'll have to buy, do you know how much you spend, Steve? How much? $2.5 grand.
Obviously, I'm D-line, but I'll have to be there just because it's a B Brothers event, so I've got to be there.
Running backs, man. Well, I am a future running back, let's be honest.
It's so funny, so funny.
Mate, when you're playing tight end one day, you know what I mean? You just
That's it. Let's just go back to beers then now, see, because we'll start off the first one. I think the first one we should do is the one that's combined from them both.
Yes.
So we'll hit S43 and PlayBrew Company, their little collective combination of You've Been Mangoed, which is absolutely fucking fantastic.
It is.
It's
Mate,
fast.
you know what? I would pay somebody £1 million to just come in with a massive hand and slap you in the face with that.
I used to, honest to God, when the Tango adverts used to be about, they were my favourite adverts, which is obviously, you know why. Obviously, yeah. They're like just putting apples and oranges through graters and then smashing it through the roof. They were fantastic. some
It
absolutely
was like
unbelievable videos.
the hand one I like when they used to slap people in the face and shout, "You've been tangled."
I did, yeah. The videos were absolutely fantastic, man. They were class. But yeah, like I said, I think they were amazing. So I've seen obviously this one's been in for a few weeks now. There, I think it's been in for a good 6 weeks now. But I was never, like I said, I'm not normally a massive mango fan, but we had the one last week where they had a hint of mango and I enjoyed them. So when you got these, obviously it's a sour as well, and we like a sour. So I was interested.
I'll be honest with you, I absolutely love mango. Like when it's mango season, it's the best time for me. I could just mango, though it is a seasonal thing. You can't have mango at like this time of the year because it's shit. But when it's the summer, mango season's in, fucking absolutely phenomenal, mate.
Get me some of them. Well, let's give it a go. Well, let's have a little review of the can then for those guys out there that want to see this here. This is it here. Look high up there. It's weird because I've got obviously two cameras here. Obviously, got the one for my phone and obviously the one for the podcast as well.
Hold it up here for the two cameras.
I'm like, might as well be holding it up here somewhere, but I want to see where you can go. See
that's good. That's a good spot for me.
For you, okay. Well, you do it for the camera, for the phone, and I'll do it for the web, for the podcast. So, podcast guys. Okay, well, no, I'm joking, but that's it there. So, You've Been Mangoed, obviously, collaboration between S43, which is one of my favorite breweries at the moment, especially being a local one as well, and PlayBrew as well. They both knock some out amazing drinks to start with.
But we have got another Play one coming as well.
Yeah, that's why I said from the PlayBrew as well. This is why I want to get this one out here first of all. Obviously, it's the collab one of them, but it's obviously gone from the original You've Been Tango themed. Obviously, the mango in there, good play on words. Again, I think it's absolutely fantastic. So, can what an image! I hope I get a screenshot. You just go like this, cheese for the can, and You've Been Mangoed, but. be of yourself. But yeah, I think this is class. Like I was looking for the kind. I know it's a sticker, and we always mark down for the stickers, but I think I'm not going to mark it down too much. I would give it.
I'd give it a 9.5. Do you know why?
I was about to say the same thing. 9.5. I'm going to give it a 9.5 for the can.
I loved tango when I was younger.
Seems.
And like You've Been Mangoed, You've Been Tangoed, it's tremendous to me.
It's absolutely class. So I'll agree. I'll give it a 9.5 for the can. I couldn't give it a 10. Obviously, I couldn't, but I didn't want to give it any less. So 9.5, 9.5 solid. And
tell you what, it would have kicked to a 10 if, although it is a sticker, if that had the can as an actual black can.
Yeah, or even orange just to go with the mango itself. But yeah. Obviously, you've got to get what they get at this current situation. But being it, obviously, S43 Brewery Co. Produced by and packaged in the UK, S43 Durham.
Oh, I wonder what canned on the 3rd of February.
That's the Batty's birthday. I mean, my brother's birthday.
Yeah, my brother's birthday is the 2nd.
The 2nd, I know. Got to be careful what we say, don't we, for words like the Batty.
But we have got the explicit thing on what's it called on Spotify, and that's people know. Mate, if Gen Z come on and try to shut us down, that's their problem.
Yeah, look,
we put explicit on there; they don't have to listen to it.
We've said from the get-go, it's never going to be child friendly. So wouldn't you risk a listen if you want to do? But yeah, let's crack this bad boy open and see how it goes there then. Oh, to the nose.
I can smell the mango.
Mine's only, I can't massively over. It's not like an overpowering smell.
Put one nose and just smell one.
Yeah, I can smell it when it's like that. I thought I was going to sniff it up for a second there.
Marty's first line, mango.
Well, let's have a pour and see how it goes here. Bit of pressure going on here. I just love the noise of a pour, you know.
Want to flip with that, mate?
I think it's about the same, isn't it? It's about the same demons. No, I think ours is slightly better than mine. I'll give you that one.
Jesus Christ, that's 2 weeks in a row, lads. Oh.
Right, I'm gonna put some more in and have a little gulp because I was half a glass missing.
Maybe I'll smell now while it's out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can smell.
Yeah, you can smell a lot more mango
it
now.
It is very mangoey. I love it. I love it already, mate.
Before you've even tried it. Well, cheers, right. Big dog. Cheers, man. Cheers, guys.
Oh my God. Mike doesn't like
shot.
it.
No, I do. It's just a massive shot of sweet mango.
That's beautiful.
That's really nice.
Tell you what, if you like mango, this is absolutely the one for you.
You know what it is?
If you listen to our podcast after this, the unfiltered part, at a later date, we've got a guest on, Philip Applegarth. I know him from the NFL. He served in the army and things like that. And we're doing a mango Vermont with him from Tiny Rebel. So it will be good to see theirs against this one. It's going to be a good comparison.
Yeah, definitely. Again, just so you guys know, obviously this one here, the S43 PlayBrew, is obviously only for IGTV and Insta. But after this, probably from midday tomorrow, I'll upload this to YouTube, the vlog of it all. But then obviously from Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all iTunes, those specific podcast forms, it will be available to download or even just to listen to. So you can see what we thought about Tiny Rebel's S43, Tiny Rebel Shakedown. Tiny Rebel, we know, do some lovely beers. We've had some absolute beauties from Tiny Rebel. So
yeah,
like
nice to
it's a good comparison, like I said. Yeah, definitely. Like Steve said, to compare them both, which if you want to hear that, you'll have to download the podcast or listen to it. Don't even have to download it. Just go listen to it. Go check out YouTube from tomorrow. Links will be in the description of these as well. But yeah.
We started the podcast 15 minutes before the actual Instagram TV. So if you're not looking to just bypass this bit, if you watch this bit, is you're looking at about an hour in is when our cut off, when we just go to the normal podcast, the unfiltered bit would be.
Yeah. Well, they'll see, obviously, if they go look through YouTube there, they'll see that from tomorrow, like they can just skip past this bit there as well, and they can check out Tiny Rebels. Obviously, Applegarth will be on the first on when we finish this, so we'll jump straight to that probably about an hour in, like you said, and then we'll see what the drink's like. Because Tiny Rebel as well, this is the can from them that we'll be reviewing. It's a great can. Tiny Rebel do some unbelievable designs of cans. I like Tiny Rebel for that, but yeah.
Just to shout out, a couple of people came in. Will Fat to Fit, welcome. And Smoking Soaps, first time she's been in one of the Instagram TV lives.
Welcome.
But she did make an absolute beauty peanut butter.
I've seen, yeah. I've seen, yeah. Decent. And the fact it comes in with an absolute cool emoji.
Exactly, you know.
That's it. If you're going to make an entrance, you might as well make it good. Or anything better, she come in walking like Conor McGregor doing the $1 billion strut. It's the only way you can make a better entrance.
But then you get chinned a couple of minutes later.
But who cares? You have hundreds of millions. Who cares?
He hasn't had hundreds of millions.
I bet he has. I bet he's in the net worth.
Nah, he's wealth signing about 50 mil. It's still a good wealth.
Do
you know what it is? I didn't like Conor McGregor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if he fought Logan or Jake Paul, I would be Conor McGregor all the way.
Like anybody who
hate them too.
Any professional boxer or UFC fighter would absolutely look like demolishing them. They should never stand a chance against any professional athlete.
I was like, when Logan Paul went, Jake Paul, because he's the gobby of the two.
Yeah, Jake
Paul's like, I think I would do all right against Canelo. And I'm thinking, professionals again, Canelo.
One round, Canelo would have his head clean off his shoulders and he'd be like Conor McGregor, like God to see when the octagon, like he'd be absolutely out for the count.
Yeah.
It would not go down well. It really wouldn't. No. But yeah. Anyway, let's review this one. So Paul,
yes, because that will be on the next bit.
Yeah.
On the
yeah, we'll talk about that stuff later. This is just majority for the beers. So, for you guys, the can 9.5, which was sick. The pour. I'll go for yours because it was a good pour. Yours was better than pour than mine, so we'll go from your pour as we normally do.
As pour's go, it was as good as any, so I'll give it 9.5 as well. Maybe 10 because it's still fizzing now. It's looking great.
It looks like a mango in a glass. Yeah,
it looks like mango if you get pure mango.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, especially whatever you give it, I'll agree with because
I'm going down for 10 for the pour.
Cool, I'll agree. I'll take that. The taste, I can't give it any less than a 10. I would deal it. It's very fresh. It's very mangoey. It's exactly like I said. It's such a sweet explosion taste. I would give it a 10 for the taste.
The problem is I have the Steve chart.
My chart is
the jam and 5 a.m. Is it as good as them? No.
It's a different drink. It's a totally different drink.
It's a different drink. But if I was looking for mango, this would be the one. I don't know yet because I haven't tasted mango Vermont yet. But at the moment, if this is a mango one, this is what I'm going for. But I'm going to give it a 9.5 for the taste. I really, really do like the taste, but I don't think it's at that upper echelon of the 10 with them two. Then you've got to be equally with them two. I'm not going to give something a 10 if I don't think it's as nice as 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is the yardstick for me.
Is that the setter? Is it? Yeah. Okay. The reason I give mine a 10 is for the fact that last week we had a fruity drink. We had tasted the mango and stuff in it last week, and I give that a good score. I enjoyed them drinks last week. But this to me is on a different level of what them drinks were last week. Like I said, this is all mango. It's a massively fruit mango drink. It's a 6.7% as well, which is a really good percentage for it.
Right, don't get me wrong. It is really, really nice.
Yeah.
If it was just going on, the mango drinks we've had before is the best one.
Yeah.
But I can't give the taste to 10 and match it to
cool.
5 a.m. because...
That's cool. We'll always have different opinions of it, and it is what it is, isn't it?
He's Deck Finlay. If you like a bit of music, follow Declan Finlay on Facebook. Absolute brilliant DJ. Normally on a Friday, Saturday night.
I love listening. I love tuning in, mate. When Deck was live, on YouTube, I'm straight, not YouTube, on Facebook, I'm straight in there.
Deck, message now, comment now. What where you've got a tune coming out? Where can they get that from? You just write it on there, boy.
I hear you, Argos.
He's only jealous.
He is, isn't he? Deck wants to be on, doesn't he? Deck wants to be on with the beers.
Well, he's like, I'm a shy lad, you know.
Does he know that we're just the podcast audio version as well? He doesn't have to come on the video.
That's what I said.
I've been chatting to a few of our followers, obviously trying to get them to come on with us as well. And they're like, I'm camera shy this out. I didn't want to show you what it is.
On me watch.
I know that. But I'm like, look, we'll just do the audio for you if you want. You don't have to come online. Like, we'll be obviously there. We'll show a boat race. Somebody needs to be the face of the business.
What was that little about?
I was looking at my top camera.
No, you were absolutely posing for the camera. Spicy Records on Beatport from the 12th of March. It's really good music. If you like a bit of what would you call it? A bit of trance type in it.
It's a bit of trance, isn't it? A bit old school trance, isn't it?
Beautiful. And he has made us a bit of a spin for the beginning of the podcast. We just need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Deck, I might jump on, lads. Deck,
you're
more welcome to come on to promote your music. It's all about.
100%. Can't go on with little plugs here and there. But yeah, definitely. I'll say we're more than happy to promote any business, any company. Don't care. We're not going to big time somebody like it's been done to us.
Yeah.
Like we said last week. We're not about that life. It's not nice.
Do you know what I am? I'm a live and let live kind of guy.
Share love, not hate.
Mm-hmm.
Share love, not hate. Oh God. I can't say what I was going to say. Well, never mind. Right.
Maybe for the unfiltered bit.
Yeah, maybe for the unfiltered bit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. Don't want to get back off Instagram. But I haven't really drank that, that's so nice to drink.
So,
well, we'll have to agree on the 9.5 for the tasting, because I said 10, you said
so the
9.5.
price, right. I got 4 cans. I got the 2 side spins, and I got that, and I think it was about £21 for the 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that the You've Been Mangoed was over £6 a can.
I think it was, yeah. I think it's about £6 a can, yeah.
So if we go 6.7%, £6 a can on the price, because we're getting other cans which have been more powerful for a bit less, and I'm going to go for that at 8 for the price.
I'll agree. I mean, I can't help but go about it, but it's such a nice drink, though. I would recommend it to anybody that likes mangoes.
I would as well, definitely. If you like mango, it's a beautiful drink. But on my side, £6 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got these ones for £7. So what's that, like? £1.
It's like £2.25.
Will be £6. £1.75 a can.
Yeah, that's it.
So and this is 4.5. So it's about 2% less. So will be a good comparison between them to see if that at £6 is better than that at £2. So it's a bit like economy versus first class, isn't it?
That's it. But that's it again, though. Like, You Been Mangoed from S43 PlayBrew. What a drink! Like, class, unbelievable.
What a can! Look at
what
the can.
A can! Exactly, the can. The can is amazing. Like, I would highly recommend that can, everybody. I know, like I said, overall we'll probably give it a 9 overall. For the collab, I think that's the first collab between S43 and PlayBrew. I would highly recommend that to anybody. A sour mango IPA, which is that's what it is there. 6.7% ABV. Definitely worth it. I would buy that again.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm never normally a massive mango fan. I couldn't eat a full mango, but I could drink a full can of that, no problem at all. One of my favourite beer right there.
Right, well, I've done.
I'm Romeo done as well.
So overall, let's get the overall done. So we gave it a 9.5 for the can, 10 for the pour. We'll give it a 10 for the taste, because 10, 9.5, it's pretty much the same. 10 for the taste and 8 for the price. I'll be comfortable giving it an overall of 9.5.
I'll give that. I said 9%, and I'll go below that, 9.5.
So 9.5, You've Been Mangoed, a collaboration between S43 and Breweries.
What a can, man. What a can. You've Been Mangoed. Fantastic.
Just a little bit of a backstory on it. It's got the hops is Simcoe, Eldorado. We had Eldorado last week. Columbus and Sabro. The malt is extra pale oat, wheat, and Vienna, and maltodextrin. Yeast is Philly sour, and the extra is mango purees in it.
Mango puree?
Yeah. And it actually tells you the date it was canned on and the best before, so it gives it a good shelf life of 10 months.
You know that? I think that's pretty smart. I don't see that on many cans, and I was just thinking about that there before you mentioned it. The fact that it got, obviously, canned 3rd of Feb, best before the October the 3rd. I want the camera just to pick that up there. I think that's pretty smart going.
Right, I'll do it for the, what's it called?
The normal podcast. Yeah, I don't... Sort out, you that gun.
Mate, it's hard because right, so it's normal to me, but now I put the camera and it's upside down.
Yeah, like I said, we don't see that on many cans that we've had, or I've not seen on many cans, but I think that's pretty smart. It's a good little treat for them. I would definitely buy that again. Like, we spoke about it, maybe about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I was like,
we've got a cherry bomb instead. Who? Cheers.
Cheers, was it? Cheers, was it? All right, we'll blame him.
Well, he bought these first. He bought the cherry bomb first.
Was it? Oh, fair enough then. But we looked at them about 4 weeks ago, didn't we? And I said, look, I'm not a massive over mango fan, but I would buy that again, not a shadow of a doubt, no problem at all.
Right, so that was you being mangoed. We've got 15 minutes.
We can smash it over a can in 15
side
minutes.
spin.
Not a problem at all. I love PlayBrew's cans. I think we're going to do one of.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what I love about it? The name side spin, and it's a cue ball.
That's
it's
it.
not a cue ball, it's a pool ball.
The pool ball, yeah. I think it's absolutely like. Well, show them obviously. Show the guys there. So this is S43's, not S43, PlayBrew's side spin. There's a range of these. They have about 5 or 6 different cans of these. We've had a few of them on the show before. Well, obviously we'll link PlayBrew in the description as well, so you can see them. You can check them out as well. They haven't yet given us any discount for them for you guys, so you're gonna have to buy them full price. But sorry about that. We can only do so much there. But I always like the fact that the logo, like the design on the back, it always reminds me of a sausage sandwich, and I'm constantly hungry all the time. So
I just keep saying it's a dildo, isn't it?
No, it's a sausage sandwich to me. You say it's a dildo, you dirty bastard.
No, do you know what it looks like? An underslung grenade.
I would never know what one of them look like.
So, do you know how the grenades? Like, do you know when you like got you? It looks like one of them. It's just like it's like that, mate. That's what it looks like. I'll show you. I'll send you a picture of one. Google it.
I'm not a young Jim. I'm not pulling that up while we're doing the podcast. I haven't got the patience.
Right,
but yeah.
When we speak to Phil, when we're on the other unfiltered, Phil will agree. Well, I'll show Phil and Phil will agree. Because Phil's joined the thing here, he must be gagging to get on.
He's absolutely itching, isn't he? He's itching for that. But yeah, we'll have a look at that when we go through it. While you're chatting, I'll have a look as well. But yeah, for the can once more, like we said, we love PlayBrew's cans. They're absolutely on point. The cans is such a visual aspect of the can. Great colours, great colour scheme all the way through the can. Mint, absolute mint. What would you give it, Boyle?
I'll give it a 9.
9, I'll agree. This is a double dry hopped IPA, 5.5%. Sambo Brew 1G Citra, whatever that is. By the by.
All right, and it's got in it barley, wheat, oats, hops, and yeast. And it is double dried hop IPA, and it is 100% vegan.
For you vegan friendlies out there, this is the one for you.
Right, let's get on with it.
Before we get on, look.
BC President just said, Little Richie.
Yeah, behave yourself. So we don't want to cause a story. Before we go though, look, this is what I like about this can. On the back, I hope the camera picks up. They've got an 8 ball. I'm sure that should be a 9 ball, but an 8 ball and a 2 ball. So they've got little.
Oh no,
little cues as well.
No, it's not, because if you have a look at that, that is normal American pool where you got the spots and stripes.
Yeah.
9 ball is where you got all spots, and then it's just the one stripe is the 9 ball for the win. So
good. All right, fair enough. Well, I think that's a great can. A little extra touch. Special release as well. Is it? I think it's been out a while, this one.
I've never seen it.
Have you not? Oh, nah. Might be a special release. Might be just that range, that core range. Wait, I'm doing the one nostril trick.
It works. So you can't.
I'm gonna have to do it again. I didn't want to snip it up.
I like the smell of it.
It's got nothing overpowering the smell. Like I think we said that last week. It just smells just like a normal IPA.
Let's get the pour on the go.
Let's have a go. I'm going for it. I've jumped straight in at the deep end here. Shit. Oh, my cat just put us off there. I thought, like, this is me word of lying. I heard, like, I don't know, it's impossible to describe the sound of it. But what I thought it was a leakage. And I thought, am I spilling this here? And I had to look about.
Right, where?
And it was my cat. Mine's terrible. Mine's an absolute terrible.
You want to play for that?
I think so. But like I said, Twinks, I heard her like squatting her collar, sound like a little
fawn. That just came down the stairs.
Trout.
I've just seen it jump the last 2.
I think she's not about the last 5. Like long jump. But this is it. So yeah. Side spin from PlayBrew. Cheers, boy. Let's get over this. Okay. You can probably tell by my face it's not me. It's not my favorite. It's got a very dark taste to it. What is that?
I'm finding it hard to swallow.
I thought it was
aftertaste.
Yeah, it was punching me throat a bit. I'm trying to think what it is. It's a very rustic taste. Oh, I don't know what it is. Nothing in there shouts to me what it would be, but it's a very in the back of the throat drink.
No, I'm not a fan.
Me neither. And I hate to say it about PlayBrew, I really do. But honest on me, it's how it is.
It's like I'm struggling to swallow.
It's like almost like it's like catching your throat on fire. It's like a little burn. Well, for me, there's like a little burn in there.
No, it's not one piece, Johnny. It's basically like swallowing, like, I don't know, charcoal ash.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, really enjoyed you being mango, and I've enjoyed yours, but on this one, unfortunately, the taste isn't getting. It's not.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna struggle to drink this.
I think I might be the same. I think it might be the first one I might actually throw away.
I mean, to be honest, I threw away that one from what was it called? The Dirty Sanchez one. Who was that from?
Fierce.
Oh, that was hot. Oh, that burned, that one. But this is not a million miles off it. It's not as hot, but I don't think I can drink it.
It's starting to get a bit better for me. I think because I've acclimatized to it.
One second. Emily, come here. Give me this one.
No,
Give me this one. Get another one.
no.
Give me.
This is the last red one.
Give me this one.
No.
Give me that one. Get another one. Give. Got a nice pop just to settle it. But
It's the last one, though.
like, I didn't even want it. I just wanted to just put that thing there to something like that. But yeah, I didn't even want it.
It's not grown on us. It'll never grow on us. I'll never buy this beer again. But it's not as brutal as it was to begin with.
I'm smashing the ice pop. I'm putting it in there so you can max it any better.
Oh my God.
Well, this ice pop's frozen lemon and apple, so might make it a little bit like a shandy or something they're hoping for, but it's not a nice drink. It's an improvement. It's actually not too bad with that in. We're sure thinking ginger beer. I've not actually had a ginger beer, to be honest.
I've got some in the cupboard.
I think we were talking about not so long ago. We were like root beers and ginger beers, and I was like, I don't think I personally said I don't think I like them, but you were like, but you like rhubarb, and that's all it is, or root beers. Was
sarsaparilla?
Sarsaparilla, yeah.
Root beer is sarsaparilla.
So I might have to give it a go because.
Is Johnny 1994 Johnny Bowden?
Yeah.
How can he say anything about what something looks like? Little hands. I've not seen it when I was at the club, right? He was holding these cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're playing 5-card or Chasey or something, and they look like fucking Bruce Forsyth when they got the big cards.
That's funny. But yeah, it's better with that ice pop than that lemon and apple ice pop.
Well, I said I'm not going to drink. I'll not finish on my poured out. That's an absolute lie. I'm going to finish this.
I can finish that with that lemon and apple in. That's not for more. But
cards are just massive. It's just because you've got tiny hands. Play the game.
Definitely.
Johnny Bouncy on a guy who's got two little hands. He's basically what's he called? Jeremy Beadle, but just the one hand is two.
To be honest, though, Cass has got little hands as well. Yeah, Cass has got little hands.
Baby hands, Cass, aye.
Cass got baby. I'd love to see the size difference between Cass and Johnny's hands. See who's got the smallest hands.
What about Stu from the
Stu,
Barbers?
the barber, yeah, Stu's got little hands.
Do you know when he was ripping Davy Boy Farm in little hands, and then Dave's like, "Let's measure," and Stu's as little.
Yeah, that's like the worst of the worst. And when you're taking the piss out of somebody and they're going, "Well, let's compare," and then yours is small and like, "Oh my god, that's just."
I remember when me and Davy Boy put our hands together, he's like, "There, see, you were little fingers lower than mine." I'm like, I put my little fingers lower than me other little fingers because of where I brought my hand.
What happened then when you brought your hand boy home?
Knock some chalk out the wall.
I honestly thought you were going to knock some geezer right out there. Is that the story you got with, is it?
No, he ran away.
No, he ran away.
Obviously, I went out on the lash for 3 days with my fingers dangling down.
Yeah, you did the man thing, didn't you? You didn't get to the hospital or the doctors. Oh,
who's DC presidents? Is that Quinny?
What do you say? Joel hands. Joel's got some size hands.
Look. Standing next to each other like, Joel, I don't think we should stand next to each other for my self-esteem.
Everything about you puts me down.
Oh, yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Did I mention this last week about when I seen Michael's status on Facebook when he said his friend's house got stolen, all it took was the protein bars? Have I told you about that?
No.
Oh my god! What a story, mate! This is
right. We'll leave that for unfiltered.
No, I want
No,
I want Instagram to know the story as well because everybody deserves to know the story. So obviously, Michael, he put on his status the other day saying, "Imagine having your house burgled and all it took was your protein powder, your protein shakes, your protein meals. Never mind your PlayStation, your Xbox, your telly." So I replied to him, "Imagine getting lashed all over, beat up, and then having your belt took off and lashed all over your own belt." and he replied to him, "You're a fucking arsehole, aren't you?" And I was like, that's what it is. I was like, imagine that though. And he went, it's funny now. I was like, it was funny back then as well. It's always been funny.
At the moment you tell me, I was laughing my head off. Like, you're getting lashed all out, and the thing says, "You know what? I'll tack his arm belt off him and laugh at him." You know what? Like, if the lad's got Instagram story and that'd be viral now.
Yeah, it's going viral. Like, it was fantastic. Like, it was one of the best stories he's ever told us as well. So yeah.
Well, it's not hard for you and Mick, is it?
Yeah, it's probably not, to be honest. But yeah, mate, I just want to get that story because I wanted Instagram to know that story as well. It's worthy. Everybody know that story.
Right, we've got 2 minutes before Applegarth joins.
Right, so
Taste, what would you give it?
5.
4.
Mine was generous. Mine was just in the middle of the road. 5.
4.5.
4.
Well, you give 5. I'll give it 4. So 4.5, innit?
Mine was trying to be generous, but
all right. Well, we'll give it 4 then.
I don't agree with adding stuff to it to make the taste better. So 4.
I'm going to go because I bought these and they were about £4 something each. The taste like this, I'm going to give the pricing a 2.
I agree. I'd struggle to give this any good scores for taste, price. Like I said, I feel harsh on PlayBrew because we've had plenty of drinks in the past where they've been spot on.
Yeah.
But we'll only take it by the drink that it's poured out now, and this one as it is, it's not a good drink.
But don't get me wrong, PlayBrew, if you watch this is our own opinion. It's not other people you may like it. But we put together, we're not fans of it. And
yeah,
I think overall I'm going to give it a 4. Because the taste is a 4, I'll give it a 4.
I'll go with what you said because you bought these ones, so I'll go off that. I'll agree. I'll take the 4 overall. But then again, if you look when they did the collab of S43, the drinks, and even to other PlayBrews that we've had off that range,
yeah,
they've been like 9s, 8.5s, 9.5s. They've been sick beers, but this one, it's just it's that taste, it's that aftertaste.
It is. I struggle to swallow.
Like when I took that first sip, I was like, and then swallowing, like you said, it was really, I really struggled
It
to.
dried me right out.
Like, I'm looking forward to a different drink just to get rid of that. But yeah, overall 4.
Yeah, overall 4.
Cool.
So this is it. This is Brewskis with Broskis for Instagram.
That's it. Next, we'll be jumping, like I said, back on our podcast, where it's Brewskis with the Broskis Unfiltered, where we have our guest Phil Applegarth on there. Again, from tomorrow midday, you guys will be able to catch this online. Like I said, Apple, not Android, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube for our blog. You'll see obviously our live reaction to that, like I said, face to face, like it is now for you as well. We'll drop all the links in there for you. Please drop us a like, drop us a comment, share it, download it, whatever you want to do. It helps out massively as well. It really does. From my side, the drinks tonight for the here.
It's been hit and miss.
Yeah, it's a very hit and miss, like Steve said there.
We've hit both sides of the scale, haven't we? We've hit mega and shite.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you say. Like, it's different ends of the spectrum. The collaboration between the two was like ballpark. This one, minor leagues. It's not good. But
yeah,
it is
put in the minor leagues. This guy's just graduated college, never got drafted, and went to a normal job.
That's it. He's working in KFC now. wait there. Somebody worked in KFC. Somebody did KFC.
So we should end it on that one because it weren't me, by the way. But we will end it on that one. It's been a pleasure speaking to you as well, evening. It's been a good little bit of crack.
Yeah, decent. Again,
a bit of banter.
As Steve obviously just saying, thank you to everyone obviously joining as well. He's a bit too late, but never mind. Whether you've joined us in live with the video or you're going to watch it back on Insta, again, from my side, thank you very much for joining in as well. We do appreciate it. Steve?
Thank you as well.
Well, perfect. Well, all from our side, it's been an absolutely lovely evening. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Take care. Have a lovely weekend. Baber is out. Take care. Mr. Applegarth, how are you doing this evening?
I'm all right, lads. How are you?
Spot on. Steve was probably taking his headphones out and changing hour. Or he's sorting something out. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Living the dream.
Living the dream, that's all we can do, isn't it? Are you living the dream that now you're a civvy? Is that what it is? Is that what you're saying?
Right, first things first, if Phil Applegarth's going to be on this podcast, get that fucking cap off. I'm being serious, deadly serious.
All right.
No, mate, I might do a put on if you want to.
You
need the fans.
Mate, I'm just gonna just quickly upload this to Insta now, the video itself. I'm not. Oh, what the fuck is going on here?
How you doing, Phil? You all right?
Aye, mate. Just cracking on, bored. May not been bored this week, obviously, with us moving house. Just cracking on.
It's a bit of a culture shock, isn't it? Leaving the army to civilian life.
It is, but because I'm still getting paid until May. Like, I can't get a job, so I'm just sat around playing PlayStation.
Full up your ass.
Pretty much, mate.
Why is that? Why can't you get a job till May?
Because he's still getting paid by the army. He's still contracted.
So they've let you go early, you're obviously just paying you till May still.
Mate, they booted him out early.
We're there. Let's just go back home. Any laymen that might listen to this and obviously they don't know army terms in army life. Let's just put it that way. Why is that the case?
I just had a little leave to take.
Have you heard of the word stooge?
So I had about 60 days leave.
Are we agreeing on the fact that it was annual leave? Is that why you're getting paid for that long? Is that what it is? Is that where we're lying this dusty? Yeah.
Anyway, I'll ask Burks. He'll tell us the full story tomorrow.
Burks had a bit of spice to it, so.
Bit salty going on there, will he?
Back freckle.
I shouldn't even know this story. Let me just say, I'm just gonna add this to Steve's
just to give you a bit of a background on Phil. Phil is a friend of mine through a friend. I used to be in the army, the 2nd Battalion Light Infantry that became the 3rd Battalion Rifles. But I got out, and the best got out, and they replaced it with the worst. Because as soon as I got out, I think Phil, you joined, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got out 2000 to 2007, 2008. You were about 2008, 2009.
2009, I joined. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you were replaced with inferior people. But Phil, he's a friend of a friend, my best friend, actually, his friend. And I only met Phil a couple of years back, wasn't it?
2018 at the Raiders
Seahawks.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a backstory on that, and you'll love this one. So we were stopping at a place called the Swinton Hotel in King's Cross, and there was a London. There's a Wetherspoons called the Templars Bar, and I was looking on the map, and there was me, Dave, and Brewskis there on the morning because Phil and Steve were coming on the afternoon one on the morning traveling down. You were meeting us about mid-morning, early afternoon, wasn't it? So me, Dave, and Brewskis, we walked as Wetherspoons at like 10, half 10, and the Wetherspoons was like 2 miles away, but on the map it didn't look too far. So I'm like, all right, lads, we'll just walk. It's easy. So we got there and we were a bit pagged. Even Brewskis was a bit pagged, to be honest, and he's the only one serving at this moment, he was. And Phil messaged us saying, oh, I'm getting to the hotel. I've dropped my bag off. Where are you? Oh, we're at the Templar Wetherspoons. How far is it? And obviously we went, not that far, mate. You can walk it.
Maybe in the dumb folk, obviously wanting a beer, I thought I'll give it a little jog there. It's only 5 minutes down the road. I was full of sweat by the time I got there, hanging out my arse. I was not in a good way.
Double beers. Can I have 2 pints, please? Right now.
And then he introduced himself. I'm Phil Applegarth. I'm a Minnesota Vikings and a Newcastle United fan. And I thought, is he like the actual enemy of me? Green Bay Packers and Sunderland. Like, I'm pretty sure he went to Berksy dance. I'm a Newcastle fan, Berksy. So this lad Hops and Dave, the Green Bay fans had it, but the Sunderland fans as well. Yeah. Oh, well, that's easy. I'll just become a Vikings fan.
I'll do my utmost to piss these off even more.
Oh, that day was funny when Steve tried getting that lad a ticket for the match.
No, Berksy won it. It was Berksy.
Was
that
it?
Chinese bloke. Right? And me and Dave thought he was going to fuck him. Right? And then we got in a taxi and we were like, oh no, it's only like a 5-seater taxi, and there was 5 of us in this Chinese bloke, so we're like, fuck off.
Hi. You're not this group.
Where we went.
Fucking hilarious, man.
Classic.
So that's the day I met Phil, and we've been good friends. Well, good friends ever since.
Acquaintances.
Hey.
Be yourself. Acquaintance is what me and you are. We're acquaintances of a mutual interest. Unfortunately, that's Steve.
Hi.
No, but
that's it. Like as we were saying before, like I only know you because of the American football, obviously with DC and stuff, and obviously you're good friends with Steve, so obviously knowing you through that as well. But you're a good guy.
Appreciate it.
Definitely a good fella.
Fucking hell. Are we live?
Didn't listen to the first 15 minutes where you went on, right? Just didn't listen that bit. But
the views of Marty does not reflect the Broskis.
This is an unpopular opinion, but you're a good guy.
It seems it is a pretty unpopular opinion.
Look, whatever Steve tells you, didn't listen to him. He doesn't know he's talking all the time.
Me and old Dave, we speak, me and old Dave, most days when I'm on my lunch. And we said before, like, we've got a lot of time for Phil. Well, right, I'm going to call you Fruity because that's how I know you're Fruity. And me and old Dave, we have a lot of time for Fruity. He's the guy who will rip the shit out of in front of his face, but behind his back will say, You know what? Phil's a really good guy.
No, but so that's how blokes do it to start off, though. Like we all of a sudden we would rip the piss out of each other when we're next to each other. But like if I said to one of my mates that you know, I've got the salary I work with Steve or the salary I work with 3, absolutely salt of the earth guys will do anything for you. Maybe not Steve, but we'll do most things for you. Really nice blokes. So that's how lads are. Like that's why we're so different to women. Women are like salty as fuck to you, like behind your back, but then nice as fuck to you both ways, which is like not right.
If you come into a group and people are nice to you, you know you're not very liked in the group when you're a man. If you come in here and they rip this shit out of you, you're like,
I'm gonna get it wrong with these guys, aren't I? If you meet a lad for the first time in a group with mates, like say argument's sake, me and you chatting with our mates, and then Fruity come along and like, oh, it comes like just randomly, oh, this is me mate. Fruity's a fucking arsehole him, and they're like, oh, you're a fucking dickhead. You know, you're getting along straight away, don't you? You know, you're straight in there like it's in. But like, all right, mate, how you doing? It's like, gonna cap the skis over here. Nah, it's not it. You've got to be insulted to be appreciated.
I'll tell you what, though, the one at the right, I always remember meeting Fruity is after the game we went to that chicken place in Wembley. We all thought we were going to have food poisoning, right? But it was the best southern fried chicken I've ever had.
So it wasn't like the evenings that we had after Wembley then?
No, we ended up in this bar, didn't we, with loads of frat boys.
Aye.
After the game, and
if you remember, you and Dave went there yourselves.
Because there was these 2 lasses sitting behind us, and we got chatting with them. They actually bought us drinks in that, you know, that game.
Get up there.
And we ended up, and they were like, oh, we're going to this bar. And we're like that. We'll message them saying, oh, we're going to this bar. But we couldn't get any signal because there's like 90,000 people and you just can't get a message through. So me and Dave's in the bar, we're getting these fucking jugs of Bud Light, and who walks in? Applegarth and the boys strolling in like fucking Conor McGregor.
Yes, doing the $1 billion suit walking in. What you want?
Steve tried to kick off with Germans and that.
Oh, it's the Germans.
What, Steve trying to pick a fight?
Not me.
Get away.
Not me, mate. Not me.
No, wrong person here.
We're on about mate Steve Colton, Steve and the Nectar Colton. Let's get it right. He loves the Fosters. He was setting about a couple of German blokes.
Is he related to Coach Quinn?
No, but Phil is. I could have said Little Richie.
Yeah.
I got knocked about in the Instagram, didn't I? I was like,
I
was like, this is not the place for this conversation, boys.
I was like, behave.
That's exactly what I was like, behave. It's not the time. Maybe in the next 3 minutes it will be.
I don't even know who runs the Instagram page, so I don't know. I don't know who to go with.
However, Phil, I'm just going to make you aware now that you've got this mango Vermont.
Yeah.
You being mangoed got 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, this has got something to live up to.
To be fair, that you being mangoed did look nice from what I've seen of it.
It really was nice. Like,
it was amazing.
Like I said, I'm not a massive mango fan myself, but this one was like, it was special. Like, I would have that any day of the week, not a problem at all.
But yeah, I mean, as Stephen knows, I really don't drink that many other lagers or beers. I'm quite mainstream.
Foster's, man, aren't you?
Not Foster's, nah. Coors or Bud or something like to make mainstream.
Like,
I went shopping with Haley yesterday. I was like I need something a bit different. So I was looking up and down the aisles. I spent about 15 minutes trying to find a beer.
Yeah. Welcome to our world. Welcome to our world. What we're looking for beers. Welcome to our world. Something that catch your eye. So obviously Tiny Rebel caught your eye there. Then why did Shakedown catch your eye?
It was just bright.
It's very well coloured. Can I get that crayon book with this, please, as well? Is that what you're saying?
I'll tell you what, Fruity, if you ever go in and you see Tiny Rebel again, and you see Pump Up the Jam, buy it. I think it's a 10 out of 10.
One of the best things you will
ever. Like jam donuts?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a jam donut in a drink.
Okay, maybe it's never not the best thing you've ever had in your life, but it's up there one of the best things you'll ever have in your life. But yeah, it's just like Oh, I can't even describe it now.
Pump Up the Jam and 5 a.m. is my goal. If I'm rating something, I'm rating them against them two beers.
This one here. I'm just gonna look. I haven't even finished that one. I'm gonna pour it out because I'm not drinking it. I've still got half the can left of it. Let's have a look.
You see who the man of the group is, didn't you?
It's just I didn't like it, so I'm not gonna drink it. So I'm gonna go pour it out to sort of actually taste this tiny little shakedown. 2 minutes, boys.
So how are you finding civilian life, Philip?
It's trying to find time to fill time to do stuff.
Dave asked us to ask you a question. Have you got any job lined up?
I wouldn't say I've got jobs lined up. I've been offered a job off me mate, but that's working away.
Oh, you didn't want to do that, do you?
One of the main reasons that I'm happy I'm leaving the army is because I want to be home. Like I said, I've moved in with our lass now, so I want to be home a lot more. I've applied for a few other jobs. Bingham got us an interview, working in one of his stores.
Well, mate, I'd hope Bingham and hire you, like, to be honest.
Imagine that one interview for Bingham. Yeah, how do you think I think I did. Like, nah, you didn't, mate. Don't worry about it. Then I come back.
Yeah,
like, imagine that.
To be fair to him, when he was texting us the other night, I sent him my CV just to say, "Oh, can you have a look?"
I bet you that was poor.
It probably is, yeah. trying to make doing stag in the army sound good is really hard. So I sent me CV to say, "Oh, can you look over it for and see what I can improve on?" Then he texted back saying, "Oh, I've got a few openings if you're interested." But he pulled himself out the interview process with us, so he's not part of the interviews I'm having with.
You want him in the interview because you got an inside man then.
But that's why he's done it, so he doesn't show favouritism to. Because he's obviously had a lot of applicants.
I didn't give a shit about favouritism.
If I'd asked him that, I only got the job that we work in now because of Mickey Moore. Like obviously Mickey Moore. Like 100%. Like I worked with him at BT where I worked before. And he's like one of my really good mates. We play footy together. He's on my team. Like he's a really good fella. He's a really nice bloke. And he goes, he left my old place BT about 6 months prior to me. He was like, "Do you want a job?" I was like, "Nah, I'm all right." And then he kept badgering us, and I was like, "Oh, actually, Mick, we'll get made redundant." He's like, "I'll get you anywhere." So I was like, "Really? Like you've got to go through an interview process." I was like, "That's not a problem at all." So I went through my interviews, and I was doing it's like a speed dating thing where you have like 2 minutes with each like rebel manager, and they ask you a question. And I got the last one, and she's like the head of HR. She was like, asked the question. I was like, and I gave her a read. She went, and she didn't even listen to me. She went, "You're really good friends with Michael Moore, aren't you?" I was like, "Hi." She went, "Yeah." He said, "Kind of wait to get you in this place." I was like, "Did you not listen to me?" And she went, "Nah, I didn't really care." She went, "You've got the job." And then I was like, "Oh, well, and that's it." I was like, "I'll take that." And I was like, "So when do I get me message?" Or when do I'll email you later on the day just to let you know when you can start. I was like, "That's fair enough." And it was literally like that.
I never knew Michael Moore, and he actually done my interview as well.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "So when is the time that you've ever worked a part of a team?" Went, "Well, we're down Stanta one time. We're doing riot training before we went to Iraq, and that was the fireman, you know, the guy who holds the fucking extinguisher. And for some reason, they set me elite." Right? And I went, "So the other fireman had to come out and spray us out, and we worked as a team because I was not then on fire." And he's like,
"You've got the job."
"Can you start in a week? Can you?"
Mick Moore is a really good bloke. Like for some of the managers that we work with, like some of the managers are absolute lick asses to a T. Like, and
we still work there, and they might listen to this podcast.
No, that's why I said I'm not naming names. Some of the managers, that's a wide range of managers. There's quite a few of them. Some are, but some of them, like Mick, he's a really nice fella. Like I've got all the time in the world.
I know Mick a little bit, but the only people I like better than Mick is Gav and Ian.
Aye, Rand.
Yeah, Rand and Gav.
Yeah, two really good fellas, like really nice fellas. Like now what Max Miller, I'll always tell a story about Mick, right? So we were on the first Christmas party, or one of the first Christmas party we had there, and it was on a Saturday night, and I was ill.
I didn't turn up.
Eh?
I didn't turn
Oh, you
up.
didn't turn up. But it was at the stadium, right? And I was in. It was my full weekend in, so I did the Saturday, went home, got a shower, went to the Christmas party at the stadium, and Nick was just knocking out these tickets for the bar. Like, got the bar, get everybody drinks like all night, like at the stadium, like 3 drinks all night. It was mint. And there was this lass, Kate, I think she was called. Trent. Oh, I'm in work tomorrow. Mickans. I once at about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, rang obviously controller who deals with shifts. Like, look, Kate's not going to be in tomorrow. Put her down as a holiday. I was like, Mick, I'm in tomorrow. He was like, you're still going in work tomorrow. And I was like, you fucking arsehole. You mind me in what you're doing? Couldn't believe it. I was like, because I've got a score on him. Like, that's exactly why you're not getting this day off tomorrow. Like, that's awful. But it's so funny, man.
I never turn up this work. Dues me. I steer clear.
Like, works parties are tragic.
Well, let's be honest. Once I get a few beers down, I speak the truth to begin with, but once I get a few beers down, the truth becomes hurtful. And I probably wouldn't have a job the next day. But
the only thing I would say good about work events is to give you free beer tokens at first. So once
when we went last Christmas party, I won't go on. Marty bullied us into it, right? And we had the 4 drinks because we stole a couple of tokens, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then Kel Brook was fighting, so we were fucked off to the sports bar to watch Kel Brook.
It was an awful fight as well. But Mark, we were in a couple lads from us and Mark brought around in there as well.
Aye. But anyway, forget that. Fucking talking about work on a Friday night.
Yeah, forget work. That's for you. That's for you leaving the army, bringing work into the conversation.
Right, let's go to the shakedown.
Let's get it. This is the beer from Tiny Rebel. Now, as cans go, one sec, because that one, I've just opened that one, so I'm going to go do one. As cans go, I think it's a pretty good can. It reminds me of a bit of a donut as well.
No, do you know what mine's of? If you have a fizzy mango drink in a glass.
That doesn't remind me of that.
The colour and all the little bubbles look like...
Oh, like the bubbles behind it, yeah. Fruity, what do you think about the can?
To be fair, it reminds me of a Terry's chocolate orange wrapper.
Well, I'm glad you're on the same wavelength as what we are. Yeah, I can see where you come from, though. It does as well. And I love Terry's chocolate orange too, what I do.
God, I think this is going to be the worst start podcast.
The worst the last quarter of it anyways. But so this can obviously from Tiny Rebel is obviously shakedown. It is a Mango Vermont IPA, 4.5%, 330 can. So to the eyes,
listen to this. The eyes, it's a Tuscan Sunset.
What a beautiful! If you've never seen a Tuscan Sunset before, this is
about to see one.
To the nose, all the mangoes. It's gonna taste like mango.
99.99% mango.
I'd love to know what that 0.01% is.
Bullshit, I think.
Let's have a little look then. To the nose.
Remember,
I don't even need to block one nostril so you can smell. To the nose is mango.
Jesus, that is mango.
Yeah. Can you taste that mango?
I bet you've never even had a mango in your life, have you?
I quite like mangoes.
Oh, good lad. He's never had one.
I'm not a mango, like not a massively not a massively mango fan, but the drinks I've had from Mango So On have been spot on. So
let's get it poured out. We obviously got the Pattern and Beard Brother food glasses. Mate, why you got it taste like shit?
Why you put it in a plastic glass? Go get a normal glass. Go get a proper glass for this. A plastic cup.
Right, we're going to get rid of him soon.
So you're going to have like an inch worth of beer in there, are you?
Are you going to put 4 cans in?
He's going Steve Austin. Get up there. And that's the bottom line. Whatever you do, don't pour it in any of them 2 cups. What a guy. I tell you what, boys. I'm going to get on a podcast and I'm going to pack a drink. I've got 2 options. I'm going to pour it in a plastic beaker or I'm going to pour it in a stein. Well, how big do you drink? Oh, it's only 3:30. Can boys, didn't worry about it.
I've only got that out of the wine hops up.
It doesn't
Probably
wind
didn't
me
go.
up, mate. Because how many rings have you got? Is that 13, did you just say? And then, who did you play in the playoffs this year, Phil?
Was it me?
No, you weren't even in the playoffs of 49ers, mate, so didn't the year get started? And we do it, even though we're getting our hands tied behind the back by our GM, who I think is a Vikings fan. We're one game away from the Super Bowl. Who should we get? A quarterback? Yeah, because we've got the worst one in the league. Oh, no, it turns out he's the best one in the league.
So have you got a proper glass to pour this now, have you, Phil?
I do, yes, mate.
Okay, cool. Let's have a go then. So, as we do, we normally pour them on cam, Phil.
I know how to pour glass. I used to work in a bar.
I said on cam, we normally pour them as, not out the way. Make sure you work in the bar, because... You want to pull that back to the camera? Don't take a drink, because that is quite awesome.
Done worse.
Wait there. I loved how that full conversation went. Don't tell me how to pour a drink. I used to work in the bar, me, and then it's like 6 inches of fucking head on that beer. Like, what are you talking about?
Do you know
was it a blind boy you worked in?
It looked like one of them sweets you used to get the beer bottle, the beer pint.
Yes, Bobby Hall. That was it. That's it. Well, yeah, I think you did a good job of that pour there. I'm glad. I'll be coming to you next week.
Oh, look at him. He's let it settle.
No, he's poured his full glass in there now, man. That's all it. But yeah, well, mine hasn't got much of a head left on. I wanted to pour it.
Mine neither.
That's because we poured them correctly and we haven't had to top them up. So, Paul, what do you reckon? You don't get a vote in this one, Phil. That was absolutely fantastic, that.
I'll give it an 8 for the pot. Well, you can't really tell the pot because it doesn't reach your top, so it doesn't lip. But I'll give it about 8 for the pour.
I agree. So taste. Now we're Phil. What would you give your pour?
7.
No. What would you give you for the pour?
Oh, 4. A good 4.
and the same question. What would you give your pour? Because that was never a 7.
Yeah.
It's not a take 2 or take 3.
No,
or sip after it.
We're not asking how much of the pint pot was head. 7. 7/10 of it was a head.
So your first attempt of the pour, what would you give that?
That was my personal pour was a 4.
Mate,
yeah, that's all right then.
Your
That's
pour was an American footballer. It'd be Peyton Manning for the head.
So okay, so we've got the pause out the way then, and
cheers,
boys. Cheers, Phil. Cheers for joining.
Ooh. Oh my god, that is very fruity. However, it's not as good as mangoed, but it's still nice.
That's what we were going to come from, like as we said earlier, to compare them both to see what this shake there on Mango Verdant was like compared to PlayBrews and S43s.
I'm going to give this an 8 for taste.
No, like I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say it's not nice. It's not. They're not as overpowering as what that was. It's nice, a nice subtle hint. I would agree with an 8. Phil?
So I wasn't expecting much because I'm not a big IPA drinker. I thought it was going to taste like absolute shit. But I could drink that. Like, I could drink that happily all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a 9.
Cool.
Phil, wait until you get one of my barbecues, mate. We've got the key lime on the go.
Oh, my God. You can only have one of them.
It's a lager, mate. Key lime lager. So it's like lager with lime in it, but it's still quite strong. Mate,
Is that the ones you had the other week when you were absolutely done in off?
We've never been steaming off beers on this show. What are you talking about? We've never been drunk.
Every week.
Dad just said FIFA now. Like, no, give it a chance.
No, we had key lime one the first times.
Key lime was one that was first episode on Insta.
Do you know what it is? It's like drinking lime cordial.
It is. It's
so
yeah,
fruity.
like,
If you could, it's very dangerous.
we have a rating system on drinks, and we call them like dangerous drinks. And there's normally only like a few. You get one once in a while that gets put up there with them. Like when Top Gear did the board, they did the shite, good, average, supercar, and like they put them in.
What frozen red hot the cool board?
Yeah, the cool zone. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So Lime and Verdant 5am were like the super hot. Like they're like the creme de la creme drinks.
But we always put on this will be dangerous during the day.
A dangerous thing there. That's how we class it as a dangerous thing. Like if you're at a barbecue,
this could be dangerous during the day sesh.
Yeah.
Because I don't taste alcohol in it. I taste like mango.
That's tremendous.
Yeah. I see somebody coming out of me sitting room there. Look, the door's open. Yeah, it's a nice drink. It's not, like I said, it's not as strong as PlayBrew and S43, which is why I think it'll go down more easy. It'll go down like a nice little treat. Yeah.
Like you said, it's not overpowering the taste of mango either.
But it was very nice.
With it, Phil's listening to Beard Brothers on their review. It's not overpowering that.
I'll tell you what, right?
Somebody actually agreed.
Phil messages me all the time. Is a new podcast up every week? Is a new podcast up? I think he's our number one fan after Gary Parkin. Yeah, I tell you what, I was very disappointed Gary weren't on last tonight. On Instagram.
I never jumped in. Yeah, he didn't jump in, did he? No.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
So you joined, Phil. Gagan want you to get in.
I just want to get some inside knowledge of
like my mum was, I think, as soon as we went live, she was straight in because last week she gave us grief for not going live the week before. And then last week she wasn't in. So we're like, well, what are you doing? Like, you don't do that and then not get in? So she was first in. As soon as we went live, Mum was like, I'm in that right now.
Get you to sell a job at B&M, Phil.
I can get you a job at B&M. Get discount on beers.
You get discount on B&M?
10%.
Yeah. B&M's like the best shop in the world. What are you talking about?
I know it is, but you just be giving the stuff away if you get discount on B&M.
Yeah, but you get discount. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You give us discount.
You help the boys out. I didn't have to get my mum all the time. I didn't have to get a work card.
Phil, so the question is, when lockdown's done, are you coming to the Big Dogs for a pizza, barbecue, drink afternoon?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, Dave's coming.
I miss Dave, you know. I miss him.
That instantly rules me out. I won't be there.
Marty's bad. I haven't got the funds to feed him.
And the fact that me and Dave,
and Dave can't be in the same place.
We can't be in the same place. It's like that gift with all the Spider-Man. We're like, what is going on here? It's not.
Anytime that they're meant to get together, one of them can't make it, and they've never met each other.
Like we've met and
it's like it's kind of there are jokers where they can't be in the same place.
Could be a few conspiracy
well, we're meant to meet each other, but we just one thing like either my life or his life is taking them. It's never happened.
Dave sleeps a lot, doesn't he? I was saying when Dave put them on him, he ain't sleeping when Fruity's in the picture.
Yeah.
So we went to London a couple last year, wasn't it?
Not last
2019,
year.
2019. We went to London. It was me, Phil, Dave, Brewskis, Steve, and Tom.
Mm-hmm.
The whole crew. Tom didn't turn up. The Sunday. Brewskis was at Parts Unknown on the Saturday night. I tell you what, that Saturday night we had me, you, Steve, and Dave was absolutely tremendous.
Tremendous. Well, there was the World Cup semi-final day, wasn't it? So we stopped off in Sheffield on the way down to get boozed up.
I'm watching the
semi-final
England New Zealand game. Tell you what, right, Phil can back us up on this one. So we were drinking on the way down to Darlington to drop his car off. That needed a bump start when we got back. And we jump in the car and me and Phil's in the back because Steve's a bit of a lunatic. We got from Darlington to Sheffield in about 50 minutes.
About 50
Normally
minutes.
a 2-hour
Like
drive.
I said, decent going that, and it's a good going that.
And he's like there. He's like driving along. He's looking back. He's like, so lads, what you doing drinking Fosters? We're getting to Sheffield. We have about 6 pints in that pub, didn't we? Yeah, because we all bought. Because all of us bought one each, and Steve bought us another 2.
Steve didn't drink. He didn't drink 6, so I think he stopped drinking at half time, didn't he?
I had a couple of shandies. He had 3 pints and then 3 shandies because he was driving. Right, and then we're getting the car. We're driving from Sheffield to London, and Steve's back on the Fosters in the car. I'm not having too many in the pub, lads. I'm driving, getting the car. Right, lads. We must have had about 10 by the time we got to London.
I was pissed by the time we got to the underground where we parked the car.
And then we get so we got to this. We get there. We fucking get a train, and we went to fucking somewhere to watch the 3 o'clock kickoffs, didn't we? So we could watch how Koopmans come in.
We came out the underground and had the big NFL signs up outside one of the pubs.
And then we went in there, watched the thing. And I remember when we went to the hotel, the hostel. Steve, I couldn't get you in this one, so we're getting this other hostel, right? It was. I've stopped in some shitholes in my time, right? But this was the shittest place I've ever stayed. I would never stay there again. The shower became the toilet. Because the toilets were manky.
It says a lot, the fact that it was on fire a week previous to us turning up.
It says a lot that 5 squaddies went there and said they wouldn't go back.
I've seen an Afghan, which is better than this.
I'm just going to go for a quick slash, lads. I'll be back in a second.
No worries. I just wanted to obviously bring the conversation. I know we spoke about obviously like after the life of the army and stuff like that, and how obviously you know Steve and how I know you, but obviously I just want to bring the affiliation back because obviously you're wearing a DC polo there. So what made you get in to play American football, and then more specifically, what brought you to DC Presidents?
So obviously I played Sunday morning football week in, week out.
And I played against you before I knew you.
I scored an absolute worldie against your team once as well. But we'll get on to that.
Wait. You scored the flukiest cross we've ever seen in my life against us, is what you mean? Against Mickey Moore, who was 3 foot tall.
So I turned your. I went on the right side, so I turned your left back.
My God. Okay. For the purposes of this, I'll let you have it. Okay. So carry on. Yeah.
Blitzed into the box, opened my body up. I went to go to the far corner, completely scuffed the kick.
Absolutely shanked it. Bill Shankly.
Bobbled into the bottom right-hand corner. Your keepers obviously went that way because, you know, that's where I was meant to go.
That's where you meant to cross it. That's where you meant to cross it.
I was that embarrassed. I couldn't even smile after I scored.
You didn't celebrate that. The worst thing, you didn't celebrate it. That as well. And I was like, oh my God. And then the week, I think it was a couple of weeks later, I came to my first DC training session, and you were like, the hop's like, does he play for the Green? She's like, I played against him. I was like, he did. And I was like, he scored the worldie. I was like, no, I didn't score a worldie. It's like, not a chance in the world that he scored a worldie.
No, that was the luckiest goal I've ever scored. I did.
You shouldn't be here, Ollie, because we'll get wrong off YouTube for you being here, because this is not for kids. You're gone.
Anyways, so obviously played Sunday morning football religiously for about 20 years. I started getting into NFL a little bit. Mm-hmm. So me and my mate said, why don't we try and join the American football team? Oh, for fuck's sake.
We had to, didn't we? So he was your married somewhere that plays for the team as well?
No, he didn't. He bottled it in the end. He turned up the training. I messaged the team. I think it was Big Andy who messages back saying, get yourself down. And I got myself down and just, I've loved it ever since.
Pink, yeah, it's class. Like I said, like, I didn't know you before coming to start training, and obviously, Steve, I worked with Steve for years, and then he said he'd start training like 7-8 months before I did. He's like, look, he went, just come and play, just give it a go. Like, and I was never like a massive fan. I support the 49ers just because my dad supported them. Like, but I wasn't a religious fan. I would never watch it massively. I would watch Super Bowls, but I couldn't remember like players' names and stuff like that. I didn't know who was who really. But obviously Steve went, come and play. I was like, come and have a go. I was like, all right, fair enough. And then obviously I had a really bad like knee injury like 5 years ago. So I was like, and I was always conscious about that. And I was like, I'll come and play then. And I did. And obviously my knee was fine afterwards. It was obviously full contact at the time, like mid 2019. So I took some big hits off some fellas. I was like, I'm actually all right here. I'm not made of glass after all.
A big hit off glass, off Jack.
Eh? You took me, you didn't, yeah. Yeah, so I realised I wasn't made of glass. I was like, actually, I can put my body through it. And I was like, it's fine. So I was like, and Steve took us home and he's like, what did you feel? I was like, it was all right. I was like, it felt good. It was like, all right. And then I think said to Steve, like a few days later, I thought like it started like sinking and kicking and like, I absolutely fucking loved that. And I thought it was mint. And then it was a delayed reaction to it. And I was like, I need to get involved more often. So then obviously I spoke to Coach Quinn and obviously the other coaches. And I was like, look, I'm going to see the football season now because I want to finish it and then I want to play. But now at the minute I'm still trying to do both, which is a bit of a nightmare. I don't want to give football up, but I know I can't carry on playing forever. But I want to be more committed to the DC boys.
I think you learn after. I mean, once you get hit once, you know you're going to get back up. It's not it doesn't hurt that much.
I always said it's a pattern. Like, do you know when you're doing Oakley, not Oakley's, was where you all standing shoulder to shoulder and you got to run through them.
Yeah, tunnel of love.
Tunnel of love.
Oh yeah, because that's what we were
sprinting at you, and then he hits you, and you're like, "Fucking hell, it's doing even."
Well, we were driving to footy and Steve went, oh yeah, we've got a mid-training session today, we've got tunnel of love coming on. I was like, don't know what that is. Like, oh, well, it's class because everyone just stands in a wall and you just got to run through. I was like, no, running through people. I was like, it's not happening here. I was like, and I ran out, and I think Coach Quinn goes, look, just get the ball, carry it, like, put it in the bed basket and just run at them and just get through, like, just didn't stop running. I was like, so I ran through that and I bounced off the first bit. I was like, oh.
I think it was me and Johnny Kant the first two. So
I was like, I've just got to keep going here. I was like, oh. It was a rough truck than what to get through it was.
Johnny Kant's a big lad. I wouldn't want a full flip.
He's a big fella, Johnny. But
just wait until I'm playing tight end and he's having to keep up with us.
Well, it was class. Like I loved it, man. Like I said, after that first initial few days, it like sunk in. I was like, I actually really enjoyed that, and I completed that, and I'm not going to get as hurt as much as I thought, and I've just been dying to play ever since.
Well, it was good because I remember I dropped you off on the Sunday and then I came in on the Monday morning to work and I went, oh, what do you think of yesterday? And I was shocked again. I loved it. And it was fucking awesome. And I was like,
I know, because like I said, I remember in the car you asked us like, it was alright. It was good, and I was like, I felt like I was quite reserved about it. And like I said, it never really hit home as much as how good it was. And then the next day or the couple of days later, I was like, it was sick. I loved it. And I couldn't literally stop talking about it. I was like, I need to go back and play. Like,
it's not just that; it's also the lads. Because if it was a team full of arseholes, you wouldn't like it as much. But
that's it. Like I said, I think the first time I came train, there must have only been about, I don't know, maybe about 10 to 15, 16 people lads there. So it was a smallest training session, but like, not one of them had to feel out of place. That's what I'm saying, which was class.
I think what I love about DC is like you said, everyone can rip each other, and no one will take it to heart too much.
That's it.
You know what it is? It's like I've been in some sports team, and you're just a part of a team. With DC, like, you're part of a family.
I'll say that with the Green. I'll say that with Sunday League football, like proper football, not American football. Like maybe the year that I did my knee, right up until that point there, for maybe about 3 or 4 years, it felt like a proper team. It was mint. It was family. Like I loved the boys. I did my knee. Few players came in and out after the final, and then they started getting egotistic and they stopped being some of them stopped being arseholes. Like some of them thought that they were bigger than the boots, and I was like, and I went back after like having a year out, and I was like, even at just a year, I was like, it's not the same team. It doesn't feel the same. Like my mate left, a couple of my close pals left, and I was like, look. And I was like, why have you leave? Like, it's not the same. Like, and I was like, it wasn't like some of the players that left who weren't even like starting 11 left, but like they made the team. Like they were just squad players, but they didn't even make the team. But they left, and then I was like, it's not the same.
It's the banter and stuff like that, isn't it? You like. It's
not like saying that once that dynamic of the team changes, it's really hard to get back.
Yeah. So the beauty of the thing I like about football is like, let's be honest, I'm a big lad, so I wouldn't be a safety or wide receiver, anything like that, or running back. However, without me, the running back wouldn't be a player.
Yeah.
He needs like the defensive line. If your defensive line is shit, you're going to have to bring people up, which is going to expose a cornerback. So it is literally American football. I think is the only sport that you could say is a team sport.
100%.
No individual player can change that.
I hope Tom's watching right now. You saying stuff like that. For some of the arguments you've had about Tom.
Well, that's it. I've always said that. Like everyone says about the GOAT, Brady and Rodgers. Me and Dave will never go off Rodgers because at the end of the day, Tom Brady's won 7 Super Bowls, but you don't win 7 Super Bowls by yourself.
He's still the GOAT though.
Well, he's not because if you just go off winning quarterbacks, then you've got Joe Montana's the second best ever player to win the play.
Brady's still the GOAT.
So as I said, if you go off Super Bowls, you've got Jason Garrett's got 3 Super Bowls. So you're saying Jason Garrett's one of the greatest players out to play, even though he's a sub for 3 of them.
He's not got 7, has he?
But that's it. But it's a team sport. Do you think Tom Brady would have won 7 rings if his defense wasn't phenomenal? That's how I put it. The NFL is the ultimate team sport. It doesn't matter how good your offense is, if your defense is shit, you will not win a Super Bowl. And that is it. This is it. Offense gets you pride. Defense wins championships, and that's how it is.
Offense score points, defense win games.
Yeah, but
if you look at the Super Bowl, all in all, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs' defense weren't good, and Tom Brady scored 35 points. However, the Buccaneers against Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, the Travis Kelce only conceded, never even conceded a touchdown. However, if that was a closer game, the outcome could have been different, but the defense won the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that game.
But we've said like maybe 50 years, 100 years down the line, that how good a defense or bad a defense was, it's not going to be looked at. Like you look at it.
No, it is. Because if you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers when they won their 4 Super Bowls in the 70s and 80s, everyone recognized that wasn't Terry Bradshaw that won the games. It was their defenses that won it, the steel curtain.
Nah, it's not going to be looked at.
You say nah, Marty, but it's fucking reality, mate.
It's not though, because if you look at it in football terms, when Sunderland beat Leeds in the 73 Cup final,
it's completely different.
No, so if you look at it this way, Leeds should have actually buried us on paper. From attack to finish, they should have buried us. If it wasn't for the 2 World Series from Montgomery, they'd have beat us. In Porterfield nodding that ball in, they'd have beat us.
But that's a really bad comparison.
It's not. It just shows. It doesn't. It just shows.
2 saves and we
doesn't lie.
But then, obviously, we scored 1 goal, but our defense made them not score. So once again, the defense wins a championship.
Nah, it doesn't. It just doesn't lie. Like
what you just told me is exactly what I've just said. Am I right, Phil?
No, because our defense was shite. It was the goalkeeper that saved us the points and saved us at there.
The goalkeeper is a part of the defense. Like Phil, for an example, is the goalkeeper of our team.
Look, it's not going to lie. Brady is the GOAT.
Right.
And there's only Pax fans that'll argue not.
Right. I've always said, right.
Right, fun enough, boys. That's a fun enough time to wrap this conversation. Lovely knowing you there.
Phil, I've said to you before, I've never, ever, ever said that Tom Brady isn't a good quarterback. And I've already said Tom Brady is the most winning quarterback. However, Tom Brady isn't the best quarterback. That's what I'm saying. If you took Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers in the prime and take away everything else, so take away all the team, and you had to start a franchise with Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, who would you start with? And I would pick Aaron Rodgers every day. But Aaron Rodgers is being held back because the Green Bay Packers GMs will not back him. And that was shown off the last draft.
Yeah, he's still won Super Bowls, though.
Yeah, he has won Super Bowls. But if you put Tom Brady in, let's say, I don't know, Minnesota Vikings jersey, would he win a Super Bowl?
No.
Exactly. However, if you put Aaron Rodgers in a Minnesota Vikings jersey, would he elevate you to a better team?
No.
He would, because he would make your mediocre players better. Because let's be honest, Aaron Rodgers is through 4 passes to first round draft picks, and that was Mercedes Lewis in 2004.
But I think the way I look at it, 'cause I've always been a Brady hater, whatever you want to say it. But the fact that he took us, I think Bucks went 7-9 last season. They haven't made many off-season signings. They made a couple.
Are you joking?
They made a couple, but not many. They didn't change the whole 53 squad. 53
Ndamukong Suh, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette, Tom Brady. Mate, that's 5 fucking skill positions that they've massively upgraded.
Yeah, but if you take Gronk out, because anywhere Brady goes, Gronk goes, then you've got to take that out of consideration.
All right, so they've made 5. Antonio Brown didn't go to them until halfway through the season.
But also,
Fournette.
do you know what it is? Do you know what they've done as well? They drafted well because they knew that they needed a safety, and in the first round, they drafted Anton Winfield Jr., which is a great safety. So that's So the difference, and what's he called? Colin Cowherd said this, and he's not a very big Aaron Rodgers fan. He's a massive Tom Brady fan. And Colin Cowherd turned around and said, the difference between the Buccaneers and the Packers is that when Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, they went all in on him.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers,
Which is what you should do.
Green Bay Packers turned around and said, nah. We'll look for the future.
So here's one for you, Hobson. How many years has Rodgers got left at Packers?
At the Packers, I think he sees out his contract 2 or 3 years. I think he's got 3 years left. He sees that out and he'll go elsewhere and he'll be basically Peyton Manning where he'll win a Super Bowl or 2 at a different team because he's that good. And I'm fuming because I think we could have Aaron Rodgers for another 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. But I also think he'll only do next season, then he'll be gone. I think there's a reason you drafted a quarterback.
I don't think it'll be next season because we've got Jordan Love under 5-year contract, same as what we did with Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. So I think at year 4 into year 5 is when we'll get rid of Rodgers. But I think it'll be a massive mistake because I think Aaron Rodgers at the age of 42, 43 is still better than Jordan Love at the age of 26, 27.
Oh, absolutely. Tom Brady showed that you can play until you're 43, 44.
Definitely.
I'm still
What's he called coming back for another year? Drew Brees coming back, I think.
I've heard rumours. I don't think he should. He was awful last season.
I don't think he should come back either.
No.
But it is what it is.
It is. Definitely is. Okay, boys,
it doesn't matter whoever the GOAT is, we're still betting the Vikings. That's all that matters.
But boys, that conversation about who is the GOAT, who isn't the GOAT, and who's good and who's not is been good. Before we leave, we've got about 5, but 10 minutes left. I just want to obviously discuss and look at the UFC card for this weekend. Obviously, me and Steve are a good fan of UFC. What about you? Are you a fan?
I've tried getting into it. I'll watch some of the bigger fights. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan.
Well, this weekend is a massive weekend, mate. If you want to try and get into it, watch
this weekend. This is the week for anybody who is not or on the fence. This is the weekend. This is the card that you want to watch. This is basically
like the card that I was at when I was in Vegas. Is that active talent?
This is the card. This is one of the main cards that you would love to see. Like from the main event to maybe like 3 or 4, 5 fights down the line. Like the build-up fight to this card is absolutely ridiculous. So top of the list, you've got I can never pronounce his name because it's
Adesanya.
It's not Adrian Adesanya. The Jan Peshankwich. I don't know that. Blasikowicz, whoever it is, whatever. It's like a Russian. Is it Russian?
Polish.
Very similar.
European.
Yeah. So that fight there in its total, this is going for like to be the double champ, like 2-belt champ, and this is like light heavyweight. So these guys are quick on the feet. They throw bombs like. If you get hit with one of these, it's a good night. It's a fight.
I think the step up from middleweight, which Adesanya was, to light heavyweight is a big jump. If you look at people like, if you go from light heavyweight to heavyweight, the jump is not that big because if you can compete in heavyweight at any weight class. When McGregor went from, I think it was featherweight to welterweight, you're looking at a 10-pound sway. However, middleweight is 175 pounds, which Adesanya is fighting at. Light heavyweight is 205 pounds. Mate, we're looking at a 30 pound weight difference.
Yeah, of course, it's a big. It's like,
and I think that will hinder him. And I personally think if it goes to the card, Adesanya will win because that's a UFC for you.
No, of course, that's a
I think Blachowski can knock them out.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like you said, exactly like you said, jumping away of nearly 3 stone. That could be 3 stone of pure muscle. Belting you, like cleaning the jaw, like that could clean anybody. And I love Israel Adesanya. I think he's a younger version of MVP. Like he's all over the place. He'll hit you from any angle. Like he's such like an audacity fighter. But stepping
MVP,
MVP,
did you say that?
MVP, Michael Venom Page. Like he's class.
Mate. You kind of put Michael Venom Page in the same
category
as Israel Adesanya. Mate, get the fuck out.
No,
this is your Conor McGregor shit again, innit?
I don't mean in skill, firm. I mean like in the way that the approach to the fight, like they're very flimsy.
I think he's a lighter John Jones.
Yeah, again, like yeah.
No, the way he moves and he's leggy and army.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's same as MVP. He's very flimsy. He's like all over the place. Like,
but I think if he gets caught off Jan, it's game over.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I agree. Like I'm saying, like he's all over the place. But the UFC want Adesanya to be that double champ. They want him to be it
because they want him versus John Jones.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah,
100% to do. But to get up against somebody like Jan. It's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight for them to make. So it'd be really interesting to see. But forget about that.
If it goes to the card, Israel Adesanya will win. The only way Blachowski can win is by knocking him out. And that's
but forget about the main event because that's shite. That's not even the main event. The main event is Amanda Nunes.
Have you seen how tall that other woman is?
No.
Right. I'll just get on the phone here.
I was going to say, I've just got them up on the phone. Bloody Jesus.
There's a big difference, is there? Oh, 6 foot to 5'7". Jesus Christ, there's a big difference there. Reach 69 to 70. Oh, it's a good difference, that, you know.
Look at that. That is it. Look at that. Look at the size difference there.
I know, but it's like I said, it means absolute shit. Because look at when Ronda Rousey fought Holly Holm. Holly Holm was a good inches above her.
Aye, but we're talking about fucking 5'7" to 6 foot, mate. You're looking at 6-7 inches here.
I know, 7 inches, 5 inches.
Mate, when I was watching the thing, right, Nunes came across and like that other lass's chin was here, and Nunes was about here, and the other lass was like doing like.
I'm gonna quickly have a Google search of this, but that's the fight that I'm more interested in. I don't care about the heavyweight fight. Whenever any time that Amanda Nunes fights, it's exciting.
Do you know what I've seen Nunes fight in the flesh, right?
I know you've seen the fight in the flesh, I know. But Nunes...
a lot of the time, I think I actually rang you as well. I was on my way to Vegas, didn't I?
Yeah, you rang me. Are you in the carpool lane?
Carpool lane. I remember I rang Martin. I'm like, I'm in the carpool lane, mate. Should I be in here? He's like,
it's only good for free if what you're driving. I'm in the Mustang.
I'm in me and Ali guns. I went, is there any goody guns? I'll just Google it because we're in the car. Says carpool lanes only good for Priuses. What you're in? I went a 5-litre Mustang.
Like, I don't think you should be in an Al City pants. I should be in here, like, just drive, it's fine. We're going back home.
You know what it is? It had a big yellow line. You're not allowed to cross that line, otherwise it's illegal. So I had to see it out until it came to the fucking spot line again. So I drove about 7 miles in the carpool lane in a 5-litre Mustang. What a guy.
Soft popping everything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that UFC show tomorrow night. Will be a good show. But like I said,
do you know what? Peter Yan, the third fight, Peter Yan, that is going to be fight of the night.
Yeah. The lad he's fighting that Peter Young's fighting looks at absolute beefcake.
beefcake. Who are you? Mac out of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
He's gonna have a quick piss.
He's a prime piece of beefcake.
Tell you what, mine Hops. I hope America does go ahead towards the end of the year.
Mate, keep your money safe. Me now, Dave's waiting for the fixtures to come out. I reckon vaccines all done. I reckon we'll be able to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just keep your money tight. Have you spoke to Tom about it?
I haven't. No, not since I left work anyway. So I spoke.
If Tom doesn't come, it's a blessing in disguise. No, the reason being is 4 of us, 2 rooms.
Yeah, didn't think about that.
In Green Bay, and in Panama Beach City, 2 people rooms. Either me and you, or me and Al, you and Dave, maybe. No, you and Al or you and Dave. I'm not bothered who I sleep with, but obviously
I'm not bothered.
Want to get it so people know each other better, but we kind of all know each other anyway.
Quite well, yeah. Obviously, I'm waiting to see the fixtures as well, because if you go up depending on who the Vikings are playing that weekend.
Mate, if we can get it right, we're getting a hire car from Chicago, a Mercedes GLC or something like that. We'll just get everyone on me and Dave, because we're all over 30 on the insurance. And if we go to Green Bay, you drop us off there, me, Al, and Dave got in Green Bay. You just nip us across to Minnesota, innit?
Yeah. I mean, it probably takes a day to do that one journey, but...
Mate, well, what we're doing is we're looking out, because let's say Green Bay's at home on the Sunday and Minnesota's a Monday Night Football. I'll go to a Vikings game.
Yeah.
I'll do Green Bay on the Sunday, Vikings on the Monday, and then we'll fly down to New Orleans on the Tuesday till the Friday, innit?
Aye. And if Saints are playing at home on the Thursday night...
Win-win. Alabama on the Saturday night. I said, oh, dear, we need to get an ice hockey game in, because that was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Oh, mate, I would literally do any kind of sport event.
Like, literally, I went to...
When in Rome.
Absolutely, yeah.
Marty, I was like at the year, we're going to an ice hockey game, but I weren't really fussed, was I?
Yeah,
ice hockey game. Fucking, I'm a fan now. I've got a baseball
number one fan.
fan.
Signed up to the newsletters and everything.
I have. I tell you what, it's absolutely tremendous. Ice hockey.
No, I'll do NBA. What's the American Football League? Is it MFL?
NFL.
No, the soccer league.
Oh, that'll be done by the time we go in November.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
MLS finishes in October.
MLS, that's the one, yes.
I thought it runs over Christmas.
Nah, March till October, MLS.
I thought finish in December.
No,
year.
It's a summer sport in America, soccer.
I might be this year.
See, in America, they have winter and summer. So in the winter, you got basketball, American football, hockey, and in the summer, they've got soccer and the baseball. So they try to even it out, so you're not getting like too heavy on one to get the ratings in it.
Yeah, with soccer, like fuck off.
But we'll get the American football, maybe a hockey game. Mate, you know what? New Orleans got a basketball team. Get the New Orleans game.
Oh, I would literally do anything.
However, once we get to Panama Beach City on that Sunday, it's beach time, mate. I'm not going visiting anywhere else. I'm going to get on the beach, and that is me for fucking 4 days on the beach.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
That's sweet.
Right, boys. Well, as much as it's been an absolutely great podcast, I think it's about time we actually finish the review of Shakedown.
Right. So we've done the taste, we've done the pour, we've done the can. It's now the price. How much did you pay, Phil?
I think it was $1.98.
Robbed.
Mug. So they're about tiny rebels, like 330 cans like this. They're about £2 a can. Like that's what they get priced at, like in Sainsbury's. Although I went in yesterday to pick these up, they had no Shakedown. I was like, oh, what are you fucking talking about here? No Shakedown in 330 solos. They had key lime lime, pumpkin jam, electric boogaloo, chocolate American chocolate corner. I was like, oh my god, I love it. Chocolate corner. I was like, I love all these. Like I need this one. Underneath, pack of 4, £7. Yes, thank you. Have them. So I was like,
quid in it.
I needed 4 to start with, but I was like, what an absolute winner. I'm having all them. So I was like, save the quid, £7 for 4, well, 175 a can. Whew. Was it 175 a can?
175 a can.
Yeah.
I think.
Fruity's devastated Sibby now. He was counting the pennies like, fuck, I've been done here.
No, I'm on silly money. I think for the taste and the price, 4.5%. I'd give it a 9.
I'd give it a 10 because it's an absolute beauty price for the. But what you're getting, the bang to the buck, is you're getting. It's not a massive drop off from you being mangoed, but the price is absolutely disparative.
Yeah,
I would give it a 10 for the price for the taste.
I wouldn't give it that high because I don't feel like it is strong. I don't.
Well, it isn't. Well, I know it's not strong, but you only pay 175. Where for the mango you paid £6 something.
I get that as well. But for me, it's not. I mean, don't get 9's a good score. 9's a good score, but it's not a 10.
I'll give it a 10.
I'd give it a 9.
Fruity.
But you
do anything to fucking gain me, wouldn't you?
Foster's and Budweiser use anything better than that, to be honest with you. The conspiracy in it, all the conspiracy when it's against even the Packers. But yeah, so what? So we're going 9.5?
No, we'll go 9. 2 to 1 is 9 and a 10. We'll go 9 for the price.
We'll go for the goat. Yeah, go 9.
Why do you watch American football for a year? You were sucking fully Jimmy Garoppolo's cock off at one point, mate. Didn't he start talking about goat conversations?
I've always been involved in that goat conversation. No, like 9 overall for the price for the what would we give it overall?
Overall, I'll give it an 8.5. I would.
What do we give it? I can't remember the scores.
We give it the can at 9.5.
I should give it a 9.
The pour was about a 9, except Fruities.
We can't let that distinguish the score. That can't bring it down.
That's why we didn't tackies. That's why we didn't tackies on, did we?
Don't forget he was a barman. He knows how to pour pints. Don't forget that.
I reckon 8.5 is good enough score for this.
I think 8.5 for this is a great score.
What do you think, Phil?
8.5.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I wish somebody was going into video edit so they can put a lock in there now. Like, fine, get away. I'm not going to put this video until I find somebody that's good with video edits till you can see it on there.
No, I'm not sure, Phil. What would you score it?
I'd give it a 9.
It doesn't. I promise I'll not do it this time.
Nah, you just go fuck yourself now, mate.
Parrot. Right, it was a 9. We'll get that was a 9. But yeah, overall, I think the drinks we've had tonight, I'd hate to see it.
Players was the worst.
Sidespin was the worst. Like I said, we've had many PlayBrews in the past, and this was the worst. Even the one we had beforehand, which nobody see apart from, like, this is the one here. This was a good drink. What was it called? Raku Welch. From
basically Raquel Welch in it.
Yeah. Who's it for?
It's a hop somebody.
It's 8.1%. It's a nice drink.
It's on the side. It's on where the purple bit is. It's on the side. Turn you can normal.
Yeah, whatever. It was a nice drink by the by. It was a nice drink, but yeah. Unfortunately, Sidespin was the worst one of them all tonight, but by far the best one was you being mangoed. Yeah. Like, what a drink. All together, like, I think the beers we've had tonight.
He was a bit gutted when he saw we got you being mangoed.
No.
Oh, that was devastating. Look, class.
Also, God, mate, it's amazing. It's a beautiful drink.
Where did you get it from?
Port Beer House in Sunderland.
Everywhere, to be honest, though, a lot of people, a lot of places sell it. It's not like an exclusive drink place. Loads of places sell it.
I'll have to look into getting some like.
Well, you can go on S43's website or PlayBrews. Plenty of places in Sunderland you can pay for delivery or collection. Or the next time we're back at training, we'll bring one to there for you as well.
Bring one to training.
Phil will be injured, won't he?
So might I be if we're drinking beer on the sideline. We're injured. Coach Quinn, it was him.
Quinny will be also a
I know.
Boston.
Yeah, but one last great episode. I appreciate you coming on there, Phil, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
I appreciate having us, lads. Hopefully speak to you on Sunday on the meeting.
Yeah, meeting in it on Sunday, yeah.
Aye.
Have you got any inside scoop?
Has he shite?
I know what's going to be said. So
I'm sacked.
I've been transferred to another team.
Steve, you've been sold for a bag of beans, eh?
No, I know what's been said. I know what's going to be happening and whatnot, but I can't say it because I'll get me all smacked off me dad.
Phil, just a little bit of exclusive, mate. For B Brothers food, Brewskis and Broskis, just a little.
Just one.
Not a big one, just a little nugget. Come on.
Nah, I can't call me.
You never come back on the show again. You never come back on the show. Fucking hell. We asked for one little nugget. One nugget.
Now, all I say is it's looking really good. As in the league process and all that, looking really good at the minute.
Cool.
Not about the league, not about that. Keep that. But have you got anything else? A little nugget that you want to share?
Well, he's obviously not going to share it, like an absolute little
jump. Fruity will not release this until Sunday.
Look, he's thought about it now. He's thought about it as well.
Nah, I can't, lads. I can't.
Message was afterwards.
Quinny smack me arse.
What was the message afterwards?
Right, so thank you for joining us, Phil. This was your one and only time on here because we got fuck all out here. Dave Gibson was on here to tell us.
Yeah, Gipper would have told us definitely. Being to left, right. He's actually a fellow B Brothers supporter, unlike you. So he'd do us the scoop.
Like I said, Quinny will smack me arse if I say anything. I need
to get hyped off of him.
That is very. I don't know, mind.
Any bro's a boy, innit?
Hang on a minute. You'd rather get blew off Quinny than fucking your ass spanked, mate. That's grim.
Right, lads. I've been a pleasure, lads.
Quickly change it.
On that note, lads.
But yeah, no.
And I'm my cigar. Bastard.
Oh, you never know when you cigar. Oh, what a shame. It's been like 2.5 hours we've been on this boy, like since we.
2.5 hours.
It's been decent. It's been a good podcast. Like I said, we appreciate you coming on. It's nice that you coming on. We would have had 2 guests, but one's better than none, I suppose. And like I said, it's a good substitute to have as well. Like chatting.
We are going to get a few of DC guys on at the same time.
Big carnage.
Not loads, about 1 or 2.
We're getting a few. We're getting a couple on, right? It's gone from several to a few, not more to 2. Like that's all we're getting.
Like Paul Gould, people who's not fucking arse.
So what he means is we're getting Mikey and Paul Gould onto the biggest teams in there possible.
Mikey would just kick over the show.
Mikey's a legend.
Mikey loves it. Mikey loves it. All the time, the world for Mikey. I've said before.
He's the best defensive back we've got.
I went to meet him on Sunday just to throw a ball around. I loved the lad to bits.
I think we said in one of our first episode, like Mikey, and I'll say it again, like which he was buzzing about, but he's like the heart and soul of DC, and like he loves it. Like he is absolutely the first person to respond to anything, and he's always game.
Yeah, absolutely. Once he gets his self-confidence sorted out,
definitely.
Probably. He's so quick. I've taught him from the best.
Phil, I've seen you drop fucking many a ball out there. Yeah?
I know for a fine fact you haven't.
I am, because if you were any good at catching, you'd be a fucking wide receiver, you dipshit.
You and your granddad better shoulder over there. Like, shoulder there.
Me and Mikey, we're dropping friends.
We done a bit of training on Sunday with Mikey. Threw a ball.
Was it just fitness?
No, just threw a ball around for an hour.
He would have done better with just fitness. He should have been done fitness.
Yeah, mate, it was fitness. It was working my shoulder, wasn't it? Bit of rehab.
What did Mikey get out of it? How to run a ball 20 mile away down the pitch while it was nowhere near him.
No,
how to catch a 3-yard fastball.
Like a pass you would throw at your little son, like just you stand up and I'll chuck me, you catch the ball there, will you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, right? When me and Al go down the backfield and train, fucking, he's a wide receiver, so he's learning routes, and I've got a bit of quarterback. I'm fucking shit. I'm like, I didn't even know how to throw a ball. I'm like Philip Rivers, sidearming the ball.
Oh, it's class. Like that's another conversation to have another day. Like we really need to wrap this up with there.
Well, Plum's not gonna be happy, is he?
That's it, and all. And I think he wants to get to bed. Look at him, he's dying to get to bed.
He's gonna be like his last. So are you gonna let Shaggy with his cap on, are you? It should be like, no, like that green one, the other lad I know.
No, actually, our last is a Patriots fan.
Oh, mate, dumper, get rid. Me on one side in the light. Ross will be like that. Yeah.
Class.
Hi, lads. It's been a pleasure, and I'll speak to you soon, boys.
It really has, actually.
Sunday.
My laptop's got 20 minutes left on, so if you leave this so we can finish it off. But thanks very much, boys. Appreciate it.
Right, catch you with fruit bat.
Everyone gone. What a guy. Really lovely bloke, isn't he?
He is a good bloke.
Fucking arsehole.
You know what he is? He's a nice bloke, that's the thing.
I know. It's hard to say bad about him, innit? Like I know there's lads who get along and you can have a good laugh with him and then you can call him because, you know, like they are an arsehole really, but he's not an arsehole, is he? It's hard to say.
I'm an arsehole.
You're an arsehole.
I never deny it.
That's it. My batteries just popped up. Your batteries are low, so I want to finish this before it done off.
Well, mate, do you know what I did? I actually put my thing in charge.
Well, mine was on charge, but until about 2.5 hours ago, till I finished work, and now it's not.
Right, well, we'll get it wrapped up.
Okay.
Right, that's another episode of Brewskis with the Broskis and the unfiltered version with Phil Applegarth. It's been a very, very good episode. We had a couple of drinks on there. We had You Being Mangoed, which is an absolute hit. It got a 9.5 out of 10.
Absolute world of a drink.
And then we had Side Spin that got 4 out of 10. And then in the middle, we had Shakedown, which is a mango Vermont, which got a nice solid, in my eyes, 8 out of 10. And you got a good buck for your bang for your buck, didn't you?
Yeah, I agree. I think overall, the beers have been good beers. Like, all our PlayBrew Side Spin.
The scale, it's been great or shite.
That's it. It's been like a hit and miss with the drinks tonight. I'd definitely buy PlayBrews in S43s again for the You Being Mangoed. I'd buy Tiny Rebels Shakedown. I wouldn't go PlayBrews Side Spin, but I would
definitely go PlayBrew again.
I'd go back to PlayBrew, yeah, but not that Side Spin. But again, this is just our personal preference. For you guys, please try it. Let us know what you think. Tell us if we're being dickheads about it. Yeah, tell us if we're wrong. Tell us, but personal opinion, I wouldn't go back to it. But I'd go back to PlayBrew. I would
do other PlayBrews again. I would, but not that one.
Well, we did different PlayBrews. We've had 3 or 4 of them now, and this is easily the worst one, which I feel like I said earlier, I feel it's a shame to see it, but it's not up there. It's not up there with the best I've had from them.
No.
But yeah, by the by, beers were good overall. I'd buy 2 of the 3 of them again. 3 out of the 4 with the off-air one that we had. It's been a good chat. Insta was good. Having Phil on there as a guest was good as well. Overall, been a good show. Yeah, it's been mediocre with Phil on. It's been mediocre.
But we will update you during the week. We've got on next week. But yeah, it's been a really good show. I enjoyed myself. Yeah,
I don't think we've got anybody.
I look forward to this every week. We'll get somebody on.
Of course we will. I spoke to a few people at work. Obviously, I chatted to her about Insta, and obviously I say, look, we have our 9 to 5 job, which is work, which we both do the same job. But for us, we've said many times, our highlight of the week is doing these IGTVs, doing these podcast reviews for you guys, and getting these videos on, which is great. So these are the best things for the week for me.
Yeah, me
Better
as
than
well.
work.
Oh, definitely. Anyway, we'll best wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because we've been on in 2 hours and 20 minutes now.
Definitely. I would say just once more before we do go, it will be on YouTube from as you listen to this
Tomorrow.
now.
From now, yes.
From now, it's on YouTube.
We'll be on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple from tomorrow at midday.
Well, which is a Saturday, but now it's Friday, but it'll be live when you listen to this, so it'll be on as of now.
Yes, it will
So
be.
please do, like I said,
It'll be on Apple, Amazon, and if anything, 2 hours ago, because if you listen to this point, it was 2 hours ago.
that's it. So thank you very much for listening for these.
Welcome to the future.
These last 2 hours. But again, once more, if you could drop us a like, drop us a follow, drop us a comment, subscribe, download, do whatever you, even if you think it's shite, tell us. We'll take that. It helps us as well. Any interaction that you guys have got for us, we really appreciate it. Until next week, for me, Beer Brothers Marty, I'm good.
Me, Beer Brother Steve.
Perfect. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Stay safe. Beer Brothers out.